read that.
I was actually looking. I went through Droopy Brew for phone stuff for an RD picture just to throw on, and the one she's on the stool is the. I think if you search SFM RD, she's the first one that pops up. Like the number one rated SFM Rainbow Dash anything.
That is cute.
That's
Rainbow.
not porn, I'm guessing.
Well, I like to think that picture there gets.
It gets more of the good views. Hello, Edward.
Good horse. Yay, derpies.
Do we hear a Michael?
Got derpies. But I thought I had it a good place.
I know, but I had to. I had to show you were wrong.
Yes. Hey, howdy yourself.
Yes. Hey, howdy. Howdy. 90s kids. Everybody remembers Toy Story.
Yes. Was a big deal once.
Yeah, I don't think it is anymore.
Still a Disney classic.
Oh, yeah.
Not my favorite Disney film by far, but it's.
No.
What's your favorite Disney film?
Disney?
Yeah. Like animated feature to narrow it down. But
Well, what else would there be?
a lot of crappy made for TV film.
Oh, you're talking theatrical type stuff.
Yeah.
It depends. Can I pick Marvel?
It's not. Well, I guess some of them are animated. You're just gonna. Are you talking about that? What was it?
All the Marvel movies are animated. They're just made to look realistic.
Yeah, but they don't count.
Cool Runnings, was that Disney?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good though.
Cool Runnings is pretty good. I've probably watched that movie at least a dozen times.
I don't know because I don't rank my Disney movies. That sounds like something that Watch Mojo should do.
I'm sure they've done it like
Yeah,
1,000 times.
I know. So we can just go watch them. Whatever they say is number one, I'll just go with that.
Wow.
So.
They're gonna be like the
Hello,
best.
Bed. Hello, Red. Hello, Jinxie. Hello, Haas. Actually, there's. Why is there so many Haas?
Well, if I had to answer, I'd say The Hunchback of Notre Dame for the animation and the music. The story is meh, but
What about Ratatouille?
that's I'm pretty sure that's DreamWorks.
Eh, close enough.
Yeah.
They're all the same thing.
I feel like Mickey Mouse is gonna be pounding on our door like, how dare.
Okay. Good. Hello. Look, it's Michael.
Yes, hello.
He lives.
I do. It's like, as a matter of fact, you're correct, sir.
I'm glad that I was clearing that out.
Yes. Look at that.
Cool.
Oh.
She's
Hot.
Water.
Ta. Ota. Otogosped.
Spay.
Otogospe. This sufficed.
Or Gago Spee.
Oh.
Gago Sp. There you go, Sped.
Gotta go right now.
Atlantis. Oh, Atlantis was pretty good too. Oh, what was it? Treasure Planet was also like a kind of a underrated one.
I think Treasure Planet, especially Treasure Planet and Atlantis to some degree, that's where they started like messing with merging 2D animation kind of with 3D a little bit. So there was a lot of experimentation going on there.
So while you were gone, more work was done.
Mm-hmm.
So this one's all done. I got their mains all locked and all that. This one's animated now too. This one's animated. That one's done. That one's done. You see, she goes.
And I'm sure while I was gone, all the Phillies land in the bed of flowers.
Oh, yep. Oh, I should probably Readjust the camera.
I do like that you have it zoomed in more.
Well, that was so that I could animate it and actually do something with it.
But it's far more visible. I like that.
No.
What, you're not going to keep it there?
No, it's going to be here.
No, it was far better close up.
No, the whole point with this was that, if I do a close up, then I got to put more effort into everything.
It looked fine.
No, by doing it at a distance, the joke was that they're flying through the middle of nothingness. So if I do this, or if I do it up close, then where are they?
In the sky.
I know, but it could be, are they low? Are they high? This is now showing that they are up high, where before they kind of were at low, and if suddenly they go into the clouds, that'd be like a weird transition. This is showing they're way up there.
I kind of wish it was at night, and then you could do like an ET thing with them flying over the moon.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Ooh, that's also a good one.
Oh, yeah. That's one of those movies you watch as a kid. And then
Looney Tunes Disney?
Looney Tunes is not, but it was a collaboration effort.
Was it?
Yeah, it was one, I think the only there's major collaboration effort, and I watched a documentary once. The one thing that Disney required to work with Warner Brothers is that anytime one of Warner Brothers characters was on screen, one of Disney's characters had to be on screen, and they had to share equivalent time. They had to.
That's a difficult logistic situation to be put in, but Disney's probably just like, we got power, I don't care.
Yeah, well, they said either you do it or you don't get to use our characters, and they're like, oh, we'll make it work.
Show them the Luna you made.
You made a Luna.
Made a Luna?
In one of your drunken fits, apparently.
Which Luna did I? Is it one of the stupid things, the stupid faces? I kind of forget those because I've done so many of them.
Was it the cat from Sailor Moon?
Oh, it's probably in one of these. Also, I tend to drink a lot, so I gotta remember. It's probably in this one.
Leave for a day and you just become an amnesiac drunk.
Nope, it's not in this one. This one's got
it's got like derpies all over the place.
It's got the good derp.
It is a good derp.
Look at that. It's your favorite.
I do like that model.
Like this?
You've done horrible things to her, but I do like the model.
Oh yeah, the Anthro Luna fighter. Oh, where is that one?
Anthro. That furry channel are you turning this into? Face. No, she's best horse.
Okay, so we got Luna here riding a derpy.
Oh no.
Wait, they're I forgot they were moving. We were playing this with one of the whatevers.
Yeah, it does look like you grafted her to a existing anime.
Yeah, it's it was Luna, the name of the character. But she had a steed, and so I made her ride derpy.
Yes.
So she's going to battle. Wattle.
Wattle horse. Look at that tail. She got propellers.
She's going so fast.
She go get that extra lift. She's flying now.
Because I made her bigger and I didn't lock anything, so it just kind of broke.
No, that's
there
perfect.
Goes.
Improvement.
She's going.
Derpy does have a bit of a receding hairline, but that's okay.
She's getting old.
Derpy, forever young.
Why is the tractor suddenly just take a left turn in the air like turn?
Got a places to be. Derpy is now Warhorse.
Oh, that's it.
I don't know. I wish you'd keep Warhorse and Derpy as two separate entities.
War derp. Derp horse. Yeah, so and that's done. So now it's just down to finishing up this shot, and
you gotta add the flowers.
I did add sound effects to this.
Is it possible that along with the rainbow?
Where's my rainbow?
Where's the rainbow?
I was playing with this because I was trying to add like sparks and stuff.
I kind of just want confetti to shoot out of that cannon along with it.
That's what I was working on.
Yeah.
because I was trying to make like these little things pop out, but for some reason it's not showing up at this angle correctly.
It's not coming out of the cannon so much as in front of the cannon.
It's because it has no Z, and what that means is no matter where I am, it has an angle apparently, but it's no matter what, it's in front of any object I look at, no matter where it is. Mm-hmm. So that's useful for UI elements. So if you have a UI that actually is set up as a particle, or not as a particle, but you can set up a texture with it that way, so that no matter where you are, what's on the screen is always in front. So
I guess it'll work as long as the angles. Right.
Well, no, I just have to modify it to remove that property.
Oh, okay.
I just haven't done that yet. And I was having difficulties getting it to work, and then it crashed when I was poking at it. So I just kind of said whatever. But we can do that now, because I do want to kind of get that done. Oh, and there's this little I have this little beam thing come out to imply that there's like a pressure thing for it. Okay.
No, and I also didn't go to sleep until like 1:30 this morning, so I feel at least some of your pain.
Those were in Dota, I think. I'm gonna guess it's Dota. I don't want to open up the actual particle screen because it would probably be. Let's do.
I feel like
particles?
Dota is an insult. Like, you call somebody a Dota. Like, you're a Dota.
Dota. Dota.
I know that song's Lola, but all I ever remember is the Weird Al Yankovic's Yoda. Yoda. Yoda.
Okay, so here, it's grabbing aircraft yellow, which is this one down here. And I can already see that there's modified files here for no Z and whatever. More than likely, this is the one I'm going to want. I'm going to double check it. But it might be that the other ones are no Z, but these are the only ones that specify it. So, okay, apparently I can't copy paste. Copy. I cannot. Okay, so we'll just have to type it. White.
Like some kind of
V2.
like caveman.
Oh, there's add. White. V2. Add. I know what that means too. Usually means make it exceptionally bright. Okay, so
it does appear to have more white to it than yellow now.
That's what I wanted to do was I was going to make 6 variants of all the different colors of the rainbow.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, like so but I just need to make it a base of white so that I can color it in the particle. Yeah. So I'm glad that there was.
I was like legit. What I was going to ask is if you could make it multiple colors.
So let's remove. I can make it go back and forth, or I can pick 2 colors and it will do a merger between the 2. But all that means is I can pick. If I did red and yellow, it would give me red, yellow, and orange.
Well, you can just stack them, right? Just do the same thing 6 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just reduced particle count by like 1/6, and then I just put 6 of them. That was the intent.
Yep.
But
cool.
I'm gonna remove no Z.
My sweet child. Am I your sweet summer child?
Oh my gosh, Michael, my sweet knight.
Your knight.
There we go. Working correctly now. You know that show Everybody
Everybody Loves Raymond?
No. I was gonna you know what, we'll go with that one. Because it fits your personality more, just monotone and boring.
It's like Raymond.
I love that show.
Talking about Raymond.
His parents were the best part of the show.
Yeah. What was his dad? Who's the actor who played his dad?
He was the guy that played Frankenstein, young Frankenstein.
Exactly what I was going to bring up. Yeah, I love it. That little like tidbit of information. I just love it. Like, played Frankenstein, young Frankenstein. I would know his name if I saw it.
Peter Boyle
Peter Boyle. Yep.
as the monster.
Monster.
I'm sorry, it's Frankenstein.
Oh.
And actually calling it Frankenstein also was wrong, but
Well, it's Frankenstein's monster.
yeah, but I just called it Frankenstein.
Yes, but I forgive you.
Well, thank you. I feel redeemed.
Well, I think that was kind of the point of Frankenstein as a whole, is that and if you read or watch any of the movies of the original Frankenstein, nobody but the little girl who gets killed actually sees Frankenstein. Like, the only other interaction he has is with a blind man, and he never talks. So, like, the whole thought process is the monster real, or is it Dr. Frankenstein actually committing all those acts? I mean... Derby!
Why do you think so much?
Derby! Yay, Derby!
Michael getting deep. This isn't it. One of these is the velocity noise. Okay, this is the one I'm looking for. So I want it to go faster. So we're gonna have it go 3, and then I need to do it doesn't. Equivalent tripling. We'll see if that works. Yeah, there we go. Look at that, sparkles.
I like sparkles.
Okay. So now, this is gonna be sparkles 1. I'm not gonna name them the colors because that's harder to do. So we're gonna go in here to our add a color random. And I'll go pure red. As I thought, not very bright. It's got add, and let me see if I can add more.
Well, the book always implies that the monster exists. It's just that nobody ever sees the monster except for a little girl who gets killed, and she can't ever collaborate it. And then the other interaction is with the blind man who never actually sees him. Nobody else actually sees Frankenstein the monster except for Frankenstein himself. And I suppose, just a take on the book. It's not written in stone.
Additive is a property of translucent, but there is no... Oh, I bet you Sprite card comes with it by default or something. That's probably what it is. Okay. It has additive, which is not... It's actually super nice because normal textures, if you make something that's black, it will be considered invisible. But if you use an additive, I think it always makes it show because it's always adding to the world. There is no separation or takeaway. Putting on the Ritz. Yeah, that was a classic movie. Well, there is one way to fix this. So right now, this is the red. What we can do is take this and then make 2 of them. Yeah, there we go. If we can't double it, just double it. All right, so we'll do that, but I need to reduce the number. So we're going to... I'm gonna have to actually name these now, because if I'm gonna have to have multiple, let's reduce the number. Actually, is that showing on? Oh yeah, it's right there. We're gonna reduce that count. Make continuously. I'm gonna have the rate. Okay.
Party.
I think I'll keep it as they are. I was thinking about playing with it a little bit more, but I don't think I'll do full RGB. I think I'm just going to stick with the colors that are in that rainbow.
Yeah, I kind of like it simple.
Mm-hmm.
Very MLP.
That's why it's easy to follow, right, Michael?
Yes. small, colorful, simple horses who sometimes kill things and have like difficult issues with social structure and policy.
Yeah, like preteen pregnancy.
There could have been a moment. I don't know. I don't know how old Mrs. Cake was. But, she could have just been a very ugly child.
I needed that. Wait, what? No, sorry, I was distracted, and then I got it back to it.
There are some episodes of MOP that definitely are like adult children dealing with their parents. That kind of is it's not really for kids. Like some episodes, it's definitely dealing with adult things, young adults mostly, but still. Like the one with Zephyr, and one where Starlight gets back to visit her parents.
What? Because Zephyr was hitting on people?
Well, Zephyr basically him and hit with his parents and not getting a job and stuff like that. Not being responsible. That's not a kid lesson kids need to learn. That's a lesson like
No, but then they showed how that was an issue.
To learn.
That's an issue for people.
Oh yeah.
So they were showing the negative sides of it.
It just felt like an episode that was less directed towards like 10-year-olds and more of a episode that was directed towards 20.
But what season was that?
Season 6, if I had to guess.
So if you talked about the target audience at the beginning of the show aging and sticking with the show that they enjoyed.
Yeah. Fair point. Show kind of
and then it'd be like season 27, and the issues are taxes,
forced taxes. I can see that. Like show would kind of grow with its audience, and that's why they could like set enemies on fire with Spike as a flamethrower by the movie.
Yeah, because I was going to say because Spike is awesome, but then I realized what words those were going to be, and I can't say them.
Hello, film shot.
Well, Theo. Yes, Michael is back.
Yes, hello.
And he has already had pizza and booze.
Yes, it was fairly decent pizza.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good.
I think they were a little heavy on the mushrooms, but they're all right.
He just can't win with you.
This is good pizza.
I'm a little concerned with the motion blur on this, but you know what? Don't care enough. So, what is this one? Oh, that's the beam. Okay, so we're gonna just name this beam light.
Fire the rainbows.
And then we're gonna paste this again to get those nice and brighter.
You're not a fan of mushrooms? I think mushrooms are good.
I even picked up some mushrooms for salad stuff because I do like them on salads. On pizza, it's kind of a 50-50. Sometimes they're
just
like
depends on the mushroom.
cheap mushroom. Yeah. I'm not going to go to Domino's and get mushrooms because they're going to be some crappy stuff. But this one had decent ones.
Yeah,
so.
no, they were definitely fresh mushrooms. They were a little bit pungent, I thought, but they were still good.
Okay, I think it's fine. Does that look fine for Michael's standard of weird? Okay, yeah, I can't. You're being an ass, so I can't listen now.
I'm giving you my I want to see it play.
Like I did.
Well, we gotta play it again.
But I already played it.
Well, how am I supposed to judge it if you don't play it again for my viewing eyes?
For your delicate palate?
Yes. my delicate rainbow sparkle palette.
There, done. For sparkles, there's gonna be more.
Okay. That was gonna be my one thing, is it kind of needed more sparkles.
No, I was gonna add other stuff.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, if you're adding other stuff, then you don't need more sparkles.
I wanted to add like a light that kind of came out, like spreads out and then disappears. I tried adding one, but I couldn't. It was locked to a flat surface, and I couldn't get it to bend without some because it was all based on physics around a central point rotating. It just wouldn't work.
I have had dried watermelon.
No watermelon. No,
but he won't. I can't even have it in the house or like makes him gag.
If you come around the corner with it and I see you coming, I'm putting nails down.
I don't like watermelon. It's good with salt.
Well, anything's good with enough salt.
Well, watermelon in particular, because watermelon's like mostly water, but if you put the salt on it,
it becomes salt water.
Yeah, but it's like watermelon flavored salt water.
That doesn't.
It's delicious.
Just throw a watermelon out in the ocean. It's like, I solved global warming.
If it wasn't for all the fish pee, I would totally do that. Think about that next time you're swimming in the ocean. That's like gotta be poop. Like 90.
And actually, there's just tons of living things in every cup.
That's 99.9% fish pee and poop you're swimming in. Like, it's had a long time to build up. That's why it's salty.
I don't think that's the reason.
Hey, I'm a scientist. Not really.
I like science.
I watched Bill Nye once.
Oh, you're an expert now.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, I could have it like build up.
Like a charging particle cannon.
It's a rainbow particle cannon. Yeah, excuse you.
So much flashy death.
Oh, Silver. Done with watermelon, pineapple supremacy. Yes, I agree that pineapple is better, but I don't think they're comparable.
He wouldn't let me put it on the pizza.
Okay, well, cooked pineapple I don't like. I like fresh pineapple.
I like pineapple.
If you get fresh pineapple and you just cut it right there and you take a bite into it, it's so good.
I love pineapple, but pineapple might be the one thing I'm mildly allergic to. If I get it on my skin, I will break out something fierce. That
doesn't sound mildly then.
Well, I think the one time I really broke out was when I just cut a huge wedge of pineapple and ate it like a giant slice of watermelon and got it all over my face, and the skin around my lips just split and it was painful. I can as long as I can eat it and be fine.
Ooh.
I think if I eat too much of it, my throat starts to feel kind of like itchy. So I like pineapple, but I do have to watch how much I eat and how I eat it.
I think the effect I'm looking for is like one of these ones. So either Holy Persuasion. I kind of like both of these.
I like both of them, but one looks a little bit more random than the other. And
this is the actual effect.
Yeah.
It's total from it. Oh, kind of. It looks like it's a little off from each other.
You could use that, but it feels like a little much.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a little bit much.
Yeah.
But I don't need to use the whole thing. I'm talking about the pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like this though because it makes it look like a 10 holy HB.
Holy about.
I just kind of guessed on that character and I got it. HB. I was right? Yeah, I'm gonna guess. Oh, okay.
And who is it? Michael Bay with the lens flares there. It looked like a lens flare.
Okay, now this is the concern.
Put it at an angle.
Yep. Because it depends. If it's based on XYZ coordinates, that's hard because how do I get it to go in a straight line at an angle? It's at least like the particles were a harder one, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It's position a model. Okay, yeah, I can do it.
Nolan, I don't know how you made watermelon alcohol smell like ham, but Good for you. That sounds like a feat that would be difficult to accomplish.
Yeah, that should have. Oh, I didn't check it. Now let's try it again.
Yeah, I can eat some pineapple,
that.
but I can't like eat an entire pineapple without regretting it.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah,
what's
that's
happening
the.
to it there?
Um,
Super exploding.
uh, so
Pickle.
it's about it has an offset that is giving it that upwards thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it is based on XYZ. I was hoping that the position in box random would allow me to use local space, and it would adjust that space when I rotate it, but apparently it does not. So I might. I'm hope if I can find it to where something that the local space can rotate, it's fine. Okay, so it's going to. So what if I do 9,000 here? What's making it?
Oh crap. Well, Bed Without Cheese is about ready to initiate one of my stories.
Brace for impact.
It's not a very good story. It's pretty much just me buying a coconut and then keeping a hammer by my at my computer desk. And this was back at my last house. And I had this coconut for the better part of a week. And I would just like sit it on my desk, and every time I wanted some coconut, I would just take my hammer and smack off a bit, just like with a
How do you?
hammer.
You know,
it took a week to eat that thing.
Remember Ellis?
Yeah.
You're just Keith.
I ate that coconut.
But every time you bring up a story, it sounds like, what the fuck were you
What do
thinking?
you mean? What was I thinking? How was I supposed to break that thing apart? You ever eat a coconut? Honestly, they're hard to eat.
Why don't you keep it in the kitchen?
Because I was sitting by my computer.
For emergency coconut break?
It was just, I bought it to like snack on. Coconut's pretty good. It's just a lot of work. And there are a few things besides a hammer or a vise that are going to break that thing.
Thank you for the Haas. Confused by there's so many Haas.
Takes forever just to get started.
So I guessed on the positioning, and
you got to move it at an angle.
Yeah, because I removed the random portions of it. Can't remember the exact number for the other one. I think 2,000 is going to be going too low, and actually it might be the wrong direction. I bet you it's the other way. Yeah, it's not the right way. So what if I do 4? Selecting. Oh. Like,
Sir Edward, you have some strong opinions regarding Armand Joyce.
weren't you scared you might hear your computer when you were banging on the coconut?
I wasn't swinging it at my computer.
No, and this is Michael. It makes more sense if he broke something.
I don't think I broke the coconut. I was successful. I ate the crap out of that.
A little bit more.
Like, I don't even think I've never seen like.
How do you eat the crap out of a coconut?
Like aggressively. That's how you do it.
Aggressive coconut consumption?
Yes. Like, I've never seen like a device sold anywhere that's just for opening coconuts. Usually it's just me with a hammer and a flathead screwdriver. Like, get it started.
You need a way deeper Southern accent when you talk about that stuff.
Like,
Me and my buddy Keith, we took a hammer to a coconut.
there is
Woo-wee.
no other way to eat a coconut. You cannot do it.
There was cuts covering 95% of his body. There we go. That's pretty good. Now, is the angle correct? A little bit high. Let's drop it by. It's going to change the angle slightly, but that's pretty good. Can you tell it's off? Yeah, you can.
Hammers don't belong in the kitchen, obviously. You got to keep coconut near your tools. That is very true.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Emergency coconut.
Sunset said, you set your coconuts in your lap, aggressively hit them with a hammer. That's how you crack your nuts. Yes, that is how you crack a coconut. I will pretend like there's nothing suggestive about that comment.
I only hear something painful about the comment.
Yes.
Speed that up.
Well, usually I just don't really need. They always give you that little crab cracker with crabs, but you don't really need it most of the time.
What else would you use?
Just use your hands. Like, those crab shells aren't that hard to crack.
I want to hear and feel the flesh crack between my fingers.
I think that's kind of weird, though. Like,
Sir, we haven't cooked it yet.
I have no problem like cracking a crab apart with my bare hands, but throwing it in the boiling water, I don't know that I could. I could do it if people were expecting of me, but I wouldn't want to. That makes me sad. I'd probably try to take it home as a pet. Oh, Mr. Krabby. I'm very inventive. My pet name.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's Mr. Hamster and that's Mr. Dog.
Mr. Doug?
Mr. Doug. But see, you've already created a more inventive name than I could have possibly have come
Comfortable
up
Doug.
Comfortable Doug. That's a reference to a show. Quite entertaining.
Make it a little yellow.
Comfortable Doug.
Comfortable Doug is Michael's spirit animal.
Yes, it is.
Because he sweats a lot.
It's only one of the many attributes to Comfortable Doug that I admire.
As I use a crab cracker, I just banged it against the crab I was eating instead of actually using it correctly. Yeah, but and you don't feel embarrassed about it because I bet you that those people that work there have seen everything.
Yeah, probably.
Trying to use one arm to crack the other one.
That'd be cool, but kind of messed up at the same time. Like from the crab's perspective, like you're using its own claw to like rip it apart. Poor crab. So delicious though.
I kind of want to take those particles and like have some sprinkle down.
I like the idea that the rainbow's getting shot out of a cannon with pretty extreme force.
Yeah, because there's so many kids, it's overpowered now.
It's all the boops they're getting.
I kind of thought about putting a meter on there, so when it goes in there, have it go, brrrr, and then when it gets full, it bursts. But then I feel like this is too much. I kind of like the fact that it's just old, rusty machinery.
Yeah, super simple, like the bare bones required to turn children into rainbows. Children's boobs.
I mean, they already got to clean all the blood out like every week.
From all the boobs.
Oh, hello, boys. From the boobs.
No.
It's because they get bloody noses.
Oh, that's you're booping them too hard.
Mm-hmm. They twist a little like paper towel and they push it in there.
Yeah.
And then they die of blood loss.
No. They
Michael,
go home happy to their families.
This is how it works, Michael.
Happy.
Oh.
Well, that was rain for a second. All right. And go bird.
I want to see. Can I train these? Because I can't remember. If I can, good. If not, ooh. No, I can't. They're not actually going the correct direction.
It looked okay from the angle, but
I
think he is.
It needs more on this number right here. I'm gonna guess
72.
1300. That's pretty close.
Hello, Jules. How is Italy doing?
Is it still there?
Is it still shaped like a boot? It's gonna kick Sicily.
Well, how would he know even if it was? Like, it's not like he's like looks at the ground. Yep.
Still a boot.
It's still. I know what it's all about.
It's a boot pizza. Why there's in Italy. That pizza could exist.
I don't know if it saves it if I exit. Yeah, particles are weird. It's like on an editing layer, but until I click out of it, then it becomes like a locked in thing. This is why I didn't want to have to go back, because I have to modify each of these individually. Well, I guess, now that I think about it, I can just delete these.
It fixed that tower, but without cheat. Real lazy about it. Ice.
I think it's good.
Swimmer.
Okay. The concern I had before was that because of the angle being off, there was not, about halfway through, it would be angled and start clipping to the other side of the rainbow, and so it would just disappear. Hello, Hot Rod. Mokel. You're a coffee now.
Yay.
You're chocolate.
Oh boy. I'm delicious.
Hot Rod, the mall meets tomorrow too, if you forgot.
That's good to know.
I told you 2 days ago.
Yeah. See the issue? That was like.
Here's once the card goes in the rainbow machine, where does it actually clip to? It goes in, and then I think it goes down. Yeah, it just goes down.
If I didn't have you, I'd have to rely on Google Home. You're essentially my Google Home.
You're great. Oh, okay. No problem. Just want to make sure you at least knew. Okay, so they go in, and then... Oh, actually, you know what? We forgot, the most important part. There we go.
No. Filling all of their tomato juice.
The boob juice.
They just want it V8.
No, it's how they make children, see? Okay, they bring it all in from the clouds, and then children.
Yay, children.
This, like,
It's like how children are born. Now
this is
everyone
the stalk machine
they got rid of the birds because they pooped everywhere.
walking on pinkies.
It's all mechanized now.
It's yeah, well, kind of. We artificially aged their tails for this purpose.
Yes.
And remove their personality.
No, it's
Now they're just blank staring. We injected them with Macy's Day Parade DNA.
yes.
And so now
they've got the Macy's. No.
Yeah.
It's like, is there any cure? Like, the only cure
is higher sales.
Is then they can be free.
Red like the color of apples. Coincidence? I think not. I don't think if you grind up apples, it's red.
I have green apples.
Probably going to be, yeah, but if you grind up an apple, it's clear.
It's orange.
It's not red. It's not like, I'm pretty sure that it doesn't make up for whatever color this is. Don't worry about it. It's apples.
It's apples.
All right. So I think, oh, where's the rest of it?
Ponies are made of apples. I know at least one pony who would agree.
Where'd the particles go?
Most certainly made of apples. But she escaped.
Don't be like this, particles. Okay. I'm a little concerned with these ones because they weren't showing at some other parts when I was working on it too. And
it looks pretty good to me.
It's something about their property makes them not visible in certain situations, like high angle.
I see that. Looked like it was pretty visible from your camera angle. Good.
Yeah, but they disappeared for a little bit, which what that gives me concerns for is
just render that scene by itself. If you're
well,
concerned.
Yeah, well, usually I just render everything and then I would re-render the specific scenes that have issues. But it usually something like that, it means that it won't render what it looks like. So something is probably going to be weird with it, but I'll have to see on render. And I really can't do anything. I could kind of do something in post. I just haven't, there's no camera motion right now. And actually, should I add some camera motion here? Like I can't just try it.
There are birds that live outside, and sometimes they are quite noisy.
Here, a blue jay window. We shut the close windows. There's the further deck ones over there, and that one you can hear. But
nature.
No, we have a lot of nature. Actually, so far in the last week, I saw the deer come through here 3 more times.
Really?
Yeah. Just today, he was out there again. And then I heard some like noises right down outside my window, but maybe he's like over there. No, it's a squirrel. Fuck a squirrel. Like, give me.
What are you mad at squirrels for?
Because I had hopes for something else, and then it wasn't a deer.
Hey, squirrels are the one tiny rodent we've all agreed is like okay if it gets in your house. Then it can be your friend.
I don't know.
Yeah, squirrel friends. You had a bird friend in here once.
Well, that's because John brought him in.
Yeah, he was his +1.
Yeah, and
It was like pretty awesome. I thought it was hilarious. You were angry.
Well, there was feathers all over my ceiling, and there was blood because
I did feel bad for the bird.
I threw it outside at -10-degree weather when it had a giant gash on its head from trying to panic. I didn't want bird poop everywhere.
Yeah, bird.
No, it probably isn't alive anymore.
No, don't say that. Optimism for the bird.
He just wanted to be where it was warm, and it was definitely warm in here, but it was trying to fly up, and up was not very far.
I think it had essentially like hunkered down in like the doorway where it was a little warmer.
He was probably a little warmer there.
Yeah.
Hey, what happens to the tractor when it goes in the machine?
I've T set.
I've been adding in information to the thing to try to like give potential idea. Like I potentially want to add like either Applejack's cutie mark or Applejack's name somewhere on Rainbow's form, because that implies not states, but implies that her being there and getting them there and then escaping was for the purposes, like they were working together for it. And
I like it better with it being an accident, personally.
But then earlier, so I put the hazmat symbol on this thing, and that same exact symbol is on the gas can that was shown earlier. So it could be like, though, the reason that it did that was because somebody here wanted that. So I put that in there as the ideas of like the machine's built to take this tractor because this is just how they deliver children. Remember like that one Luna video where it's like, "Come now, thy children," and she's see, it's like that but with a tractor.
No.
Yeah, see.
I'm sure it'll have as big
because that's where that was she was bringing them to. She was bringing them here.
Oh no.
Children delivery.
They were orphans.
Should I put a big picture, like a sign that's just like no children? No. Or just blood across the ground.
No.
It definitely would have made a mess.
Happy things are happening here.
There was a stupid face. Sorry, Kate.
Yes.
Yeah, hello, Kate. Because I'm in chat here. I just saw the Blue Jay one. Could use a witch right now. God damn it.
There's a Blue
I go
Jay.
so dark. I am.
It's in a purple horse.
On the video portion, I thought that. Oh no, dark in terms of humor.
Fire Force.
It wasn't in the middle of anything, right? Oh, I was doing the camera shake. Okay, yeah, that should be fine as it is. Let me just get rid of the ins and outs.
Like how you're making
I won't.
a ridiculous video and you have to stop making the ridiculous video so you can make a separate ridiculous thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Do I have to put it in this? Because everything's already in a can.
Yeah, I know, but it's better in a glass. Can you give me one of the give me a mead? Yeah. I want some honey. See, I have to drink more because Michael's home. Okay, let's see if that's a little better. Okay. I want to make it move a little bit because it just makes everything look better. If I could, I would actually cut this cloud out and make it like an alpha layer and then have the other cloud move behind it so that they're a little separate, just to create some kind of layered movement. But I probably won't because it's just too much work. All right. Here comes the ice falling. No, we're doing canned stuff. That's only if we're making mixed drinks. I like ice in mixed drinks as a layer to prevent me from drinking too fast, but the other stuff I don't care. If I would ever consider doing a Mordecai video for the meme, of course. No, the meme's too far past now. By the time I actually did anything with it, one of the difficulties, thank you much, with working off of a meme like that is you don't know what the state of the meme is going to be when you're done. So let's say, and it doesn't matter if it's a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it doesn't matter because who knows? I mean, it's still kind of going now, but didn't somebody in chat, was it Velvet? Or, yeah, Velvet, I think, made a video. I think somebody did one in SFN.
I think you just have to meet the current memes halfway and just have, like, a Blue Jay making out with a snow pony. I think that's where we are right now.
Snow ponies are the current, yeah.
Yes. They eat fish, and that's weird for a horse.
Okay, so I gotta do a stupid face. See, now the particle's not showing up again. If I go backwards, it pops up. Whatever.
I'm old, and I thought he was asking if you were going to do a Halloween thing. And then I remembered I'm old.
Wait, you know what? That's what we're going to do for stupid face. We're going to make a snow pony.
That's not Halloween. But snow pony does sound cute. This is Snow Pony, Snow Pony. Snow Pony, Snow Pony. Your butt.
I have a feeling the textures are wrong on that, but
I can't tell. Very weird. Memes are unpredictable. This much. This is the only thing I know about them.
Because memes are interesting because if you're able to make something within the meme time, great. But if you get it like right afterwards, it's probably going to be worse than if you just didn't do anything with it. Because people burn out on it and they're like, this meme's already dead. And like, yeah, but I started it right when it became a thing. Or I was working on it for a while beforehand and only finished it after it was a thing. And then after it was no longer a thing. So memes are dangerous to putz with unless you make something super quick.
Yeah, I think.
But something like that, if you're going to make for that meme, to me, it's about making something that's quality. Because if you just make a stupid quick one, I don't think it would stand out as much.
Holiday stuff is always good because that's pretty much immortal. Yeah, like what was the last one? The whole Mordecai Twine thing. I think that one's pretty much dead at this point.
I don't think it's dead yet, but I think it's almost there. Okay, so we're gonna make Snow Pony. But I need a pony.
But that's not.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't say it was gonna be a good snow pony.
It's a you even have a fish.
Make me. I'm gonna be a snow pony. That's actually too bright. There is, I think it's Trumpeteer. Is Brom.
Well, some of the snow ponies are white.
Oh, I retextured them.
Do you have a floofy pony?
No. Because that would be a completely unique model. Hello, Cal-chan. I think of yourself again. Horse Filmmaker. I get it. Because there's horses. But thank you very much. Hope Japan's doing good today. The meme stock market where longs are making high for memes and shorts are using a dead meme ironically. Yeah. I like, or what I find is like kind of my sweet spot is high quality shit post. We're putting too much effort into something that shouldn't have that much effort into it. I enjoy that because the process of making it is enjoyable, but I'm still making something of a decent quality. Where if you go low effort and rush it, kind of feels like I'm not doing as well as I could do it. And if I go too serious, I put way too much pressure on myself. So I like being of the kind of that middle ground.
I'm trying to think now of an old meme that would be worth bringing back to life.
You got to be so careful with that. And really, I don't. All that's doing then is trying to like chase after somebody else's a meme. I'd rather make something that could start one. So
yeah, but there's no telling what that could possibly be other than, I guess, a shitpost. Like the whole Mordecai Twine thing started because of a picture that was made in 2011.
Yeah, but that's why I'd rather just throw some stuff out there. And if I can come up with more original stuff, I'd rather just do that instead of just tagging on to other people's ideas. If I can reuse other people's or some other audio or to makes it easier and keeps it bound, then sure. Then I'm okay with it because then I'm not gonna have scope creep as much as normal.
You just gotta do this. Gotta do the zooba-dooba-dee. You hold the pose. Meme 30 years from now. We'll see.
No, this is like when the aliens find our society. They're gonna find the video of whatever you just did because I wasn't watching.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be like, "This is why we destroyed them. We saw this video and immediately thought they must be destroyed."
The jack-o'-lantern meme that you're referring to, that's less of a meme and more of just people being human and enjoying certain poses.
Okay, let's try this again. There we go. It's a little bit better. I don't know about the white hair, but it
definitely fits for a snow pony. I don't like that its nose is so square, ugly. But
I guess he was already made to have white hair. Oh yeah, I guess you want. See, I put all the work into it, and now you're gonna make me get rid of it.
Oh, that's so bad. No.
What was this brown pony? Oh, I can't
They
use that
generally
one.
save like the dull colors for the that and it crashed.
I knew it was going too soon.
Can't think of any mares that are brown in the show.
There might actually be another one.
Stallions.
I think there might be one on the the Nutrifin set. There's a brown and the white here, and you got yourself a snow pony and a fish. Fish.
Or give him a carrot. I've seen some snow ponies eating carrot.
I see.
Oh, that's not good.
No, well, because the file is already filling out, and then going through horse models, which have the highest vertex count. Eat fibs.
Ponies eat fibs. But they'll get sick.
No, because they wouldn't eat it and be a thriving society unless they've survived doing it before.
It's gonna give them kidney failure.
It's okay because the good old grandpa survived the age of 18.
Pretty decent for a horse, actually. Like that.
I feel like, you know what we're gonna do is we're gonna just grab one of these ones. Oh, not that one.
Snow ponies are always earth ponies.
There was 3. I think there's 3 ponies that I did the white texture to because it allows me to RGB anything. And if I can figure out which 3 those are, I want to find the. Oh, I just saw the one and I just passed it. I want the one with like the kind of like messy hair because snow ponies are messy. Because they don't care. They're just trying to stay warm.
They're fluff. Oh, Apple Fritter. She was brown. With green hair.
I don't have a model for Apple Fritter.
What's wrong with you?
Go make one.
Maybe I will. I won't lie.
I'm gonna crash before I find it. I think linked something is a broken model. I bet you, because it was about the same point to die last time. I saw one eating fish earlier today. Yeah, it's awesome. And they just got the little fibs.
The tummy aches.
Well, geez. Well, thank you very much, Elias. And catch the Sword, Twilight, Midnight Industries panel, and Moonchaser. A lot of midnight moons there.
Moon horse.
Well, thank you very much. Happy birthday. I don't know if it was his birthday or not, but you get one anyway.
It's your birthday now.
Yeah, Michael, he just posted like a whole bunch of stuff in a row. Why aren't you banning him?
Well, give me a minute.
Beep, that was you basically went over your phone like an old, like when they do that video of somebody using the keyboard and they're just like this. One of my favorite stock videos was somebody using a keyboard and they're like typing, but their hands aren't even touching the keyboard. So good.
Well, I had to make sure that you knew I was using it because it goes beep boop boop. Because that's what phone noises do.
You could probably make your phone do that.
That would be amazing.
So I think in Lucky Cloak or no, Linked Hearts, I think is broken. Okay, we're gonna grab
Linked Heart is broken.
We're gonna grab this one.
Yay, Derby!
It was used as the base for it, so that's why it looks like Derpy. So
because it's just Derpy. After
and look, it's already meant to be.
She got fish. She got fibs.
She got fibs. Okay, so we need to get rid of wings because that's not what these ponies do. They don't fly. Well, then why?
Because if they could fly, they wouldn't be living in the snow.
Well, so then
it's cold. And all they have is fibs.
I broke them off. They're gone now.
No, fine. They were glue on.
It's
fine now.
Attachable wings.
Yes.
Okay. Name's Deep Blue. I'm thinking they're not really blue, but that's fine. All right, now we need to make them brown.
Her mane or her coat?
Um, I've done that.
I don't know, Ice Swimmer. I think everything's good on our end. No, it's too dark.
I just guessed 3 numbers. I think I got pretty damn close for just guessing. Sure, shut up.
She's the color of poop.
So is he.
Yeah,
It just depends on what you ate.
If that's what happens when you eat fish, get poop colored. Better.
A little too red. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. Like that.
So there. And well, I'll just lock it for now and then we'll go from there.
Call of Derpy. COD.
I guess I didn't really need to do that.
Also fib. Oh, it's Call of Derpy. Very important to know. Oh, fish. You heard Nolan, everyone. No fish. It means Call of Derpy, not fish. I will intentionally misinterpret everything you say. Name me.
Okay, so no, that was been zeroed.
Okay. This.
Oh.
No pony. It's.
Here, have some bits. For I have 0 clue what a snow pony is. How have you not seen snow ponies?
They're fuzzy horses who often eat fish, but not always. Some
so
more often.
What was their actual reason for existing?
Somebody just had a picture of some ponies, fluffy ponies in the snow, and I can't remember what kind of ponies they were, but they were real ponies. And somebody basically just turned them into My Little Ponies, but fluffy My Little Ponies. And I guess the internet thought it was super cute and just kind of ran with it. Let me see if I can't find the original picture. Second. Oops.
Technically, you need that, but already there. They're going to be at 1 and Michael, I did it.
No, it's a big head.
No, this is because she can eat whales now.
She's got the biggest of a fish.
She can eat all the fish all at the same time.
And somehow still managed to keep her head up. She's amazing.
With all the fibs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, now she's
strong.
Oh, Michael.
Oh, no.
She's got corner shame.
No.
She was misbehaving.
She was chewing on her butt.
A very poopy cone of shame.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, another thing about it, the head still should maintain a 0.1 because they're not locked individually. Okay. Should be enough to get me to go in on stuff. scale. Yeah. Getting there. Isn't it adorable, Michael?
She's got a cool face. I would boop. Somebody already did make a snow pony model for Source Filmmaker.
Really?
Yep.
When was that made?
The image I have here it is a WebMD. It was made 7 days ago.
Oh, what does it look like? Oh, no, that's not really a snow pony. It's the same. This is the newer ones. They just recolored it to make it look the same. I've seen that exact model elsewhere. It's not furry enough. There's not near enough floof.
It's got the fur. It's got the like.
Oh, it does. Yeah, it has the fetlex, but that's a lot of models have had that for a while. Originally, it was set up as a bump map, and then a couple new ones came out that had it separated, but it's not a new thing.
So cute.
Okay. There we go. She got there. She does need. It's got a flag. She can surrender now.
Does.
Yo.
Oh, that's cute.
And there. Michael. Behold your. Oh wait,
Can't find the original picture.
we got to get it to match the hair.
Yes.
Important.
It's a cute snow pony.
We're gonna go.
She's very floof, but I don't know if it's the correct kind of floof.
Hey,
Confused.
are you gonna look her right in the eyes and say, "I'm sorry, but your floof is wrong"?
I'd say I will recommend a barber and fix your floof. Your floof appears to be very heavy, and I fear you will have back problems.
Very concerned for their well-being.
The multicolored, all your like changing the hair.
Oh no, this one's
Pink. This is peak pony performance, says Sir Edward.
it is. Don't get in her way. She'll attack your fibs.
You'll eat all of your fibs, especially the Swedish ones.
Oh, I accidentally deleted a
I
tail.
feel like I need to commission that now. Just a snow pony eating some Swedish. just numbing them. Those things are both amazing and awful at the same time. Yes. Ready for... You just need to fibge, and you're good. Did it. That horse a fibge. Type in, like, sea pony. Yeah, you sea pony?
What, you want to eat the sea pony?
Oh, they're fibs. They're a type of fish.
No.
Fish.
You get fish.
Give her a big fish. Ugly fish.
Stonefish. Give her a bucket of fish.
That's a fish. Fish on a board.
You're a Minecraft fish. Ooh. Oh, that looks like a
That's
fish.
a pretty standard fish. This is
That's
your,
a good
this
fish.
is your standard fish.
And then we gotta open the mouth.
Insert fish.
Insert fish. And then insert fish. Oh, that's a big fish.
Her nose is the fish. Is pot fish now. Like, no help. I don't want to be a horse. It's not natural. Like that fish got the last laugh as it, like, just pierced through the back of her head. Very sad.
Help me. Help me.
Like, all I wanted to do was sing.
All I wanted was fibge.
You ate that fish. Good night, Jules. Sweet fib streams.
Good night, Jules.
Oh, not everywhere at first, and now I'm not seeing a problem.
There's the fish.
Oh, there it is. That was the original. They just took a picture of these ponies and they just made it into My Little Pony ponies. Very important. But now they eat fish.
She's got fish.
It should be a little,
and she can be like, rrr.
Yes.
So she's got the fish. But then she needs to escape with the fish.
No, come back here.
What will their name be? I think Michael should come up with one. What is this pony's name, Michael? Wait, hold on. You gotta wait 1 second before you can name.
Aww. Then so she's trotting and she got fish. So let's call her Carol.
How does that fit? How does that fit with anything, Michael?
It makes perfect sense if you think about it.
Let's see. Does she like it?
Or don't think about it. No.
See, you said the fish would get to her. She's still happy even in death.
It's not that, it's just got tummy aches. Horses really shouldn't eat meat. I don't think it would kill them, but it would not sit well in their stomachs. It would be like after any normal person eats Taco Bell. Kind of like that. Humans are never supposed to eat Taco Bell.
Here we go, Michael.
got the
is this?
fish. Very happy.
Very fuzzy.
Yes.
What was that other one? Alt? Oh. She was trying to get the fish. She's like, there's more fish.
Is there more fish? Oh, she gurred that fish.
Look a little, even the hook goes down. Boom. It? I don't know why I turn.
She is cute. Got that fish.
Okay. Wait, what if I make run? Oh, okay.
Just kind of looking to the.
It says running, but there's a little. You can have them turn. So this would be if they're running a little to the side, the left or the right.
Trying to run away, but like to have her turn fully, like she just stole the fish.
I'm never gonna get my.
You can't catch me. I got your fish.
Let's run.
Run so far away.
She's gonna run super fast. She's going so fast right now.
She goes super fast. She had the power of fish. Like other ponies, you just have like great nuts and small balls of lead in your stomach, and I have fish, so I go faster.
That's why there are no more snow ponies, because they all died of lead poisoning.
It's true. Well, if they're that fish, they probably died of mercury poisoning.
But if that's their diet, they can't all die of something that they have been eating for generations within one generation.
No, like they just started doing it because it was a meme.
Equestria climate change.
It's like Tide Pods. It's like the. Ponies,
I think fish is different than Tide Pods.
Well, not for ponies. Like they saw one pony do it on Pony Internet, and they're like,
Internet.
Yeah, it's like.
I would say that there's no Pony Internet, but.
G5.
If they
got internet,
they're gonna say something about posting something on social media, and and
it's gonna hurt
it a little bit, because I like that it was disconnected from our world, and they're like, yeah, that's cool. Too. I like that. What if they don't?
Yeah, that's kind of. I kind of 100% agree. I enjoyed the fantasy of My Little Pony, and
I like that they're
making it a little too.
There's equivalence, and then just everything was like. I mean, Ponyville was very different than Manhattan. I mean, the difference between those was significant. But I just didn't. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out.
2 weeks.
Oof.
Weeks. We get 5.
Got to appeal to the Zoomies. Yeah, which is. That's understandable.
I wouldn't even say that, because Gen 2 was pretty much that as well. It was just ponies in modern America, which is all it was.
But it's you have to keep updating it to stick with the times. And the thing is that we are no longer that time. So the new show is about catering to those that don't have taste.
Yeah, there you go. It has nothing to do with time.
Yes.
Because G2...
That is...
Had no taste.
The older I get, the more I understand boomers. Right? Because you're already one, right?
Is that what happens? You just get older and you become a boomer? Not even generational thing anymore?
No.
Well, crap. I hate myself. I mean, I kind of always just compared it to, like, what if, like, Lord of the Rings suddenly had another book and it took place in, like, freaking St. Louis or whatever. It's like, we want to make it relatable to people today, and it's like, no, you're missing a large part of the point. It's the fantasy that people enjoy.
That was one of my favorite quotes from The Good Place, and they're like, well, why is there always supposed to be a good place and a bad place? Why can't there be like a medium place, like Cincinnati? Yeah, if you don't belong in either, you should go to Cincinnati.
Cincinnati is definitely a medium place. Oof.
think it's a little bright, but I'm probably not going to bother with that right now anyway. All right, so getting this locked down. So the jiggle bones. Oh, Rainbow is not moving at all at the beginning. I need to add a little something to her. So I'm just going to pick a random spot in all of her positioning. Doesn't include her face. I'm going to pick the up point. Play headed just a little bit. Oh, I got to lock her feet. Otherwise, there's nothing perfect. So they're always going to slide a little bit. Okay. And now I'm going to play head this a little. Move this a little bit. A little bit more.
The birds have all gone dead.
That's just something. I just wanted the pickles to move. Hey there. Hey, where is the Michael is in charge in Argo rewards? Oh, yeah, actually, I have that all shut off.
No.
Because you weren't here.
No. You know what it means if you turn it back on.
I had it off because, like, I had voice impressions on because Warhorse would do voice impressions, which I'm surprised. His voice impressions? Pretty good impersonation of you doing impersonations. In that he just
as bad.
It's the same voice over and over again, just talking about the thing.
It's like, no, I got
always starting with the name of the thing.
I got amazing impersonation.
Do Pinkie Pie. The impression is, "Hi, I'm Pinkie Pie."
Yoda's like the easiest impersonation in the world because all you got to do is speak in dangling participle. What is it called? A dangling participle?
Well, no, but doing the voice, but no, you would do it where if you got a voice impression, he would just say, "I don't know how to do that, but I'll do Yoda." It's like, no, that was a cow. What I say? Moo.
I met the little man sitting there on a log. I asked him his name, and in a raspy voice, he said, "Yoda." All back to a previous conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. If Yoda is so easy, then do it talking about Derpy. Best horse she is. Who knows she has. Was Yoda doing a horse impression? Like,
no, that sounds like a Michael losing his voice for tomorrow.
It's like, muffin she likes. Muffin she eats. Powerful with the force she is. She's the best horse.
So she's powerful with the force?
She's powerful with the horse she is.
Use the horse.
Yes. Use the horse.
The horse you use.
Yes.
You did it wrong. It's like if you don't. I think they probably were doing Yoda's voice, and they just said all the normal words as normal, and they're like, "Yeah, he just sounds like a smoker. We need something to separate this a little bit." They're like, "Why don't we just flip everything upside down?" Perfect. Now he doesn't sound like a smoker as much.
Like, his entire speech pattern is just dangling participles. There's actually a word for it.
Yeah, and you know what it's called, which means you're a boomer.
That is the telltale sign of a boomer. The knowledge of dangling participles is a form of grammar.
Knowing words. I don't need to know words. Autocorrect.
Autocorrect saved my life throughout pretty much most of my life. If I was born in an era that didn't have spell check, I would not have survived. That's what a horse that smoked 20 packs a day sounds like.
All you're doing is the and talking backwards. Yeah, that's
Yoda.
That's Yoda, I thought.
Yeah.
And, well, I mean, I don't know how you make yourself green.
Not easy being green. I know that much. Hermit said so. Like my dream is to just have Frank Oz saying "It's not easy being green," but as Yoda. One of my simpler wishes. If I had a genie, that'd be wish number one. Just pop Frank Oz in front of me, like do it. Wish two would be to.
Is he alive?
Stick. Frank Oz, yeah, he's still alive.
Okay, well, that'd be like was it like what is it? John Oliver would do with summoning Ben Affleck. No, it's not Ben Affleck, but that one actor. And he would snap his fingers and he would pop one, and you'd be like just doing that, and you're like, oh no, and like. I was taking a bath. And like, do the Yoda thing.
It's like, my first wish is to bring Frank Oz in front of me. It's like, and my second wish is for a stick to poke him with until he sings and does as I say. Like, hey, hey, hey. Wishes well spent. My third wish would be for, like, cool hat that says cool dude on it.
Why buy that?
Yeah, but why when I can just wish it into existence?
I'm so lazy to go and get myself a cool hat that I just used the genie as Amazon Prime.
I have only the best wishes.
If you had legitimate 3 wishes, what would they be?
Thoughtful things, which aren't fun. But I always thought the first one would be
understanding that those wishes have consequences.
Well, yeah.
Like saying, I want $1 million, and then suddenly the IRS is wondering where you got $1 million.
Yeah, like the one wish I kind of feel I should wish for is like eliminating all like physical and mental disabilities in the world.
But then so all the people that work within those industries, what would happen with them?
Like, if they're so selfish as to want their individual...
I know, but they just spent 8 years in a college, and they spent they have hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. Yeah. And now they have nothing.
Yeah.
What do they do now?
I get their concern, but I kind of feel one outweighs the other.
Okay. But you created a new problem.
They can get other jobs.
But what if somebody says that electricity is no longer a thing?
Why would they do that? I didn't wish for that.
They didn't either. But now you have no job. You're unemployed.
I think there'd be bigger issues if electricity stopped.
No, there would be other issues with that.
I feel like one outweighs the other. That's all.
Well, and then
I get it might create some problems with the problems that it solves.
And then you have to redo some certain types of the education in the United States or within the world to try to help supplement people that now are in their 40s or 50s trying to maybe get a new elementary education. And so what do you do with them? You'd have to create a whole new system.
Dude, I grew up in Kentucky. There was plenty of people down there who were illiterate. They chopped firewood for a living. That's the answer. They chop firewood for a living.
The further our society goes, the fragiler it gets to where the smaller the disruption is causing bigger and bigger ripples.
Sure.
And something like that would cause some ripples.
I'm still sticking with that wish, though. That's a good wish.
I thought the first wish would be like, I want therapy.
I mean, I hadn't thought of a second wish. But I feel like if I brought the horse into this world, they would be nothing but miserable.
Why?
Like the rest of us. But even more so because they're alone.
So, see, you're looking at the consequence of your action there, but the other one you don't.
I did look at the consequences of the other one. It's just that I didn't think they were as severe as the immediate problem that already existed. I think it would be of great... The world would move in great leaps and bounds if that was resolved.
The thing is, you get rid of something like that, and you're going to... the world is a balance of positive and negative, and by getting rid of a lot of negative, you're also technically getting rid of a lot of positive. because
It is.
you can't say that everything. It's like the Good Place did a whole like that's the whole last half of the whole series.
There are some parasites that like eat out the backs of people's eyes that the world can do without a whole lot of negative consequences.
I know, but those are very small things, but very drastic changes like that. If you were to remove all the negative things in the world, all people would do is find new negatives. Because living off of pure positivity is not survivable. People need a little bit of chaos and disorder to get by.
Now, I'd wish for a doorway into Horse World, but I'd be terrified that somebody would take it from me.
And also, let's say that somebody, like for instance, there was the actor that played the son in Breaking Bad. He has cerebral palsy, I believe. And his ability to make a career with the disability and to work with it helped grow him as a person.
Yeah, sure.
What if he didn't want to lose it?
Cerebral palsy?
What if you had a disability, but it was such a defining character for you that losing it would make you lose yourself? But now you just decided for somebody.
I can't help but feel like nobody would want that.
You get to make that choice for them?
I think it would be beneficial and large.
But you're now making that choice for somebody. What if they did want to keep it?
I don't think they made that choice.
But what if they wanted to keep it?
I guess that would the magic. They'd be loud. Magic.
Yeah, but now they're depressed.
So then join the club. it's like, jeez, man.
No, people need choice on that too. If you gave everybody a choice on whether or not to, that would be different. I don't like the idea of somebody making decisions. They probably went their whole life with other people making decisions for them, and then so they should have the choice in the end.
Yeah, if they're capable of it.
Well, you can include that with your wish, frickin' genie master.
I got my magic skills. And then I'll wish for that door to Horse World. I'm gonna hang out there. You won't see me again.
We chat only flying over it and thought I could be helpful and a bit of a smart ass, but I was wrong there and I apologize. You couldn't do nothing wrong.
You are an angel, sir. Or madam. Or kangaroo.
You can't do nothing wrong. You're a perfect angel. Okay, so the rest of the eyes are fine. Your wishes are good. Don't listen to Argo. Well, no, I'm just saying, like, most wishes, any drastic action usually has some kind of drastic side effect.
He's watched a lot of those, like, episodes with the monkey paw.
Well, I mean, there is that, but a lot of it is, the world is a very complex place with a lot of intertwining things, and when change happens slowly, everything can keep up. But a wish is about making one very specific thing change very drastically, and depending on what that is, the rest of the world probably isn't there to keep up with it. In a way, Children of Earth, no, not Children of Earth, it was season 4 of Torchwood, covered if suddenly everybody in the world was immortal. Like if somebody made a wish that everybody in the world was immortal, that actually goes through the consequences of it, about having a very specific drastic change. And it is fantastic on how they go about it.
That's my fear. If I had a door to Horse World, if somebody else got that, like, people would mess up Horse World so fast.
Mess up Horse World.
Yeah, they would. They would probably, like, make them all miserable.
Well, because they would be thinking about it from a very selfish perspective.
Yeah, they'd be like, how can I make money off of this?
But unless it already existed, the wish itself would create them. So they only would, their lives were only created as an effect of the wish. So when they could make them miserable, they didn't exist beforehand.
Yeah.
So,
which is really peaceful.
But there's one thing about your death peaceful. There's another one about not existing peaceful.
Both very peaceful. Nobody has to be born miserable. It just happens.
Yeah, just ask Michael.
I am the happiest boy alive. which is sad. Spider Kid, you don't have to do nothing. I'm guessing he's in a different time zone.
What's the thing with a lot of the takeover and stuff? It's a half hour long, but if we normally end at 9 and somebody were to toss it in 2 minutes before the end of the stream, I'm probably going to cut it early. So, because that's kind of I would consider that kind of a dick move. Rainbow's going to take a little bit more work than I thought.
He wants to make sure I'm good and liquored up before I touch a computer. That way I make.
When are you not liquored up when you're at home?
Like for the first 5 minutes. I walked the door.
Yesterday it wasn't even 5 minutes. You walked in the door, I handed you a mead, and you're like, yes.
Well, you handed it to me.
Yeah.
Your fault. My mead's all.
You can't blame your alcoholism.
You handing me alcohol.
Yeah. You took it.
Of course, I did, because it's delicious. Why is alcohol so delicious?
I don't think it's the alcohol that's delicious. It's about the effects of it. But actually, a good whiskey Coke, I just like the flavor of it. If I could have a good whiskey Coke without the alcohol in it and it would still taste the same, I'd probably mind so much. But the problem is, it's like coffee. You can make a decaf, but it doesn't taste the same.
Like, I don't know. Like, I don't think I would ever drink like a Bud Light because I really wanted to drink alcohol. That's just nasty. I don't think there's any point in which I would want to drink that.
To me, a Bud Light is, I've already had so many that whatever I put in my mouth doesn't matter.
Yeah, at that point, you're already over the hill.
Is this Xbox downloadable or is it a custom texture? This one, it's literally just, I think I pulled it off of Google. So, just grab, or just look some Sky. The actual Skybox itself was off the workshop, which is, at that point, it's not about the texture, it's only about the shape. I bet you if I just search Sky, actually, I'm going to search Neri. Yeah, just search Neri, because he's the one that did it, and that's the model I got. It's got plenty of other of textures in it, but for what I'm looking for, not really.
It's one of those super simple things that everyone just wants because it's useful.
Big question. Alcohol gives my demons more power.
They don't mind to like simmer down and chill.
No. I have too many demons that take over. It's powerful.
He is a demon.
Booze can't stop it. Hello, Transformers. Hello.
Yes.
Ah, there it is.
I guess he wasn't as far out the time zone as I thought.
It's okay because I need another drink anyway because I got to deal with you.
Well, I need another drink because I have to do source filmmaking.
And you got to deal with you.
And I'm always bad at it.
Okay. Well, what file do you want? This one or nothing?
Just give me the void.
Okay.
Or Ponyville. I don't know that you have just a Ponyville.
The 2021 version? I can't remember.
Yeah, the void's fine.
Okay. Well, there you go. What are cups of coffee? Oh, it's the cups of coffee are just the Twitch points, and one of them, if people build up enough, are for Michael to take over for 30 minutes. Well, it's too bad because you can't do it for 30 minutes.
Oh.
So,
okay, well. You've done this to me. I'm suffering. No, I'm talking to chat. Chat? No, that's rubbing it in. Please no. Okay, first things first. we need a good horse. And she stuff. If I can't remember how to do. On that. Fan that out. Boop boop. Here. Okay. We're gonna start derpy. Like sitting. We'll give her a basket. Yes, please. Basketball. I need just like a. Oh, that'll work. Okay. How do I save? Save. Just click save. It's because it appears you already have one called Michael. So I'm gonna
it's because I just made it. The file you're on is called Michael.
So we got a derpy, and oh, I. Oh. How do I make this go away?
Make what go away?
The animation.
Derpy? Oh, it's escape.
Oh, see, it's still there. Please, no.
Delete Snapples?
I love Snapples.
No, okay, now that you're clicked in it, hit escape. Now you're good.
Oh, am I?
You got rid of the animation. Hit Control A.
I just want to move stuff without animation.
Yeah, hit Control A. There you go. Now you have everything selected.
Wonderful. Okay. Click the derpy and move her over here.
Push login.
Put her here. Then I need to model. Derpy is Michael's spirit animal. She is a cute spirit animal. This is the case. I need a bush. I need just a bush. This looks like a good bush. Open. That's not a good bush. Like a. Oh, there's a pony.
You want Pirate Derpy?
Arg. I can give her an iPad. I think.
Is that a heart?
That is a bush.
Looks like a heart.
The heart bush. Scale it up.
They bring in a new mead.
Yay! You put it in like a thing.
Gotta keep it colder.
Okay. Well,
I'm not using it, so. My question: can you load in custom models in Source Filmmaker? Yes. Well, yes and yes, but with an asterisk. You can load in custom models, but you have to port them. So you can't just bring in a model at whatever custom format you want. You'll have to know how to bring it in correctly. If it's a model, though, you can get it in there. It may not, if it's super detailed or high vertex count, it might be difficult to get working.
She's a pirate now.
Ooh. Yes, but now she's not derp.
Oh, she's still derp. She's pirate derp. She's like arg.
But yeah, if it's a static model, easy. If it's boned, it's going to be pretty difficult because it's all the other software, the way you set it up. Now you have to tell the game engine how to utilize it, and that's where it gets messy. But otherwise, yeah, you can. If you just take some effort. Static models are pretty easy, though. I've done those multiple times myself.
How do I just make lots of muffins? Like this copy.
Lots of muffins? Every time you copy and paste, you'll make another muffin.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, how many muffins do you need?
Lots.
Okay, so what I would do is place one of the muffins where you want it to be.
Okay, this one's
That's where you want it to be.
making hold on.
Yeah. Put the one where you want it to be, and we're just going to try to save you some time by cheating. Oh, I see what you're doing, I think.
Making a muffin bush.
Okay, I think you're going to fill the basket, so this might be a little...
Well, I am going to fill the basket too. I need...
So many muffins.
Yes, this is muffin bush. So I want to make another muffin. So do I just copy animation set?
Yeah, if you just... yeah, that should work. I would love to go to join you guys going to sociables. It's because I can't drink alone and I don't have many friends to drink with. No, I understand that. Drinking alone's kind of sad. It's
Don't say it out loud.
It's much more feelings. It's well, I don't mind having a drink or two solo if it's the drinks I really enjoy the flavor of, but normally I don't. If I'm gonna drink quite a bit, I don't want to do it solo. It's just not as much fun. No, I'll let you know the next time that we plan to go. I had considered going Sunday because that's supposed to be a beautiful day out Sunday, but with tomorrow having two things planned, taking up the entire day, and then the Sunday stream taking up the other half of Sunday, I'm kind of just wanting to maybe take the first half of Sunday as not doing anything. But it's supposed to be some gorgeous weather. Like I think low 70s, low humidity, and it'd just be really pretty. I drink when I watch Ario streams, so it's not.
No, I always used to.
Alone. No, I can understand that. If because in that way you're not solo. You're still doing something with people. It's quite not the same, but I drink all the time when talking with friends online. If we're playing all the games together, totally. Then I'm fine with that. Why are they all muffin forward?
I mean, muffins. Oh.
Why is there? Why is that a muffin horse? She's come because you've summoned so many muffins. It's like when you say Beetlejuice too many times.
It's like muffin, muffin, muffin. The muffin queen has arrived. Any more muffins? Okay. Well, I want to do more than just pork muffins. All right. Move her closer.
Why is there only muffins on one side?
That's the only side that matters.
Michael, you know how many times that you've said something like that to me, and I'm like, it doesn't matter, and you're like,
look. Muffin bushes only have muffins grow on one side of the bush. Everyone knows this. I don't understand how you don't know this.
Which side? Is it the sun side?
It's the side in which the muffins grow. The muffin side. It's like moss on a tree, how it only grows on the north side. It's like that. But
that probably has a reason, to do with the sun or something.
No, it's where the muffins just decide to grow.
They collectively made a decision within the consortium of moss.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad you understand.
My first animation is 26 frames long. That's fine. I think my first one was just a looping GIF that was probably like 2 seconds long. That was probably 48 frames long. My first three actually were the same thing. They were just short little loops because they were super short and I learned a lot in making them. So I kept it simple. I don't mind.
It appears to already be an animation.
Select some wherever you want her to be. Just move it to where you want her. Now go to the way right, and there's the playhead slider.
This?
I would say right if that was, but I said way right, which is all the way out of the very edge. Up a little bit, there's a playhead slider. Do it again. You want to make sure that, because I only have one monitor running right now, if you hit the edge, it doesn't always slide it all the way. I don't mind drinking. It's just that the next day, even if I have one beer, I can't focus. My ADHD gets worse. No, and actually I don't think it's anybody as much the ADHD as it was just the way the world that we were grown and lived in was a very stimulating world. And so it's about trying to figure out ways to utilize that to your advantage. ADHD can actually be a wonderful thing if you utilize it correctly. The problem is it comes with drawbacks, for sure. But the ability to focus heavy on something is great. The problem is getting the motivation to make that something that you'll focus on. I definitely jump around a lot for stuff, but when I'm motivated to work on stuff, oh God, I can work for like 7 hours straight on it. Quick question. How long does it normally take to render an animation? That is a very, there's no easy answer for that. And it depends on the software. For SFM, it could take a quarter of a second for a frame. Say there's really just nothing in it, it would be really quick. Or let's say that it's super convoluted and complex, it could take a couple minutes per frame. And if you're talking a 30 FPS video, that means per second. If it took, say, 30 seconds per frame, you're talking like 900 seconds for a minute. No. Yeah, 900 seconds, or 900 seconds of rendering time for a second of video. So, because you do 30 times 30. So, so you're looking at 15 minutes per frame or per second. And so if it's a minute long, that's 15 minutes times 60. So, well, there's a lot of questions of how many passes are you putting on it for making it higher quality. So really, it's flexible. You can play with it. And computers nowadays, it doesn't matter what computer you have, it's going to render okay. I mean, if you, as long as it's a PC, anything with modern hardware is going to just destroy SFM. SFM was built for like 8 or 9 years ago, hardware in mind. And the nice thing is you can turn off lighting and everything to make working it easy. The rendering might just take a lot longer, but that's what overnight is for. When I start working on something, I normally don't like to stop until it's finished, or else if I stop, I can focus on a single thing. Yeah, I actually have that. I used to be a great multitasker, but I figured I was a physical multitasker. I do a lot of complicated tasks physically, but when it comes to mind tasks, I'm much better if I can focus on one thing at a time. And it's I have difficulties at work because my job right now is a very multi-brain task, and I have difficulty sometimes trying to keep track of everything. I jump around too much. It's like a squirrel on every project. That's what I actually like about SFM and stuff, is because I'm doing it on my schedule. I can pick the stuff and I can say I'm going to work on this, and this is all I'm working on. But then the rest of the world shuts down. Social media, everything, it just shuts down. How easy is it to make a pony character in SFM? I once tried to make a character using assets from a Gmod add-on. It depends on how complicated of a model it is. If it's essentially just different colored versions of different pieces from models that already exist, not that bad. You can kind of do like a mismatch in SFM of just mixing all the different pieces together to make something that works temporarily. Somebody that knows decent amount of modeling might be able to mesh them together for you. If you're looking for something custom, though, that's a lot more complex, and you would be recommended just to go to somebody that knows what they're doing for modeling to do it. Because it's just custom mains or custom everything is just going to be much more difficult.
I made a custom main one.
But it depends. Like, if you're doing a custom static main, I could maybe do it. But the problem is weighting the bones and setting up the jiggle, because the jiggle isn't just about add jiggles. No, you have to say like what kind of weight to artificially do and stuff like that.
I have a program for that. I got pretty good at it when I was doing the little pip thing for Fallout 4. But I'm not particularly good at it. I went through this so far.
What are you doing?
Trying to unselect it.
Oh, hold shift and then just left click.
So she's in through.
You can puppeteer if you want.
Oh, I would. Kind of do. I kind of don't. I just want.
It's rough because you have to animate it live at the at normal speed.
Well, you know what? I'm running out of time, so let's do that. How do I puppeteer? I've never done that.
We'll hit escape so you can remove what's there. I hit Control A. You want to have everything selected. Now move back to the beginning of the time. So select the bone that you're wanting to puppeteer.
Yeah.
Move it to the angle that will make it easiest to rotate based on that axis. So are you want her rummaging around?
No, I'm gonna have her like taking her hoof out of.
Okay, that would be tough because it has two different bones that have to rotate.
Nah, I'll just rotate this one. It's fine. See.
Oh, okay.
Wait, why doesn't she have the muffin? I thought I locked the muffin.
No, you probably didn't. You put it on her muffin.
I think I
drag the muffin onto the hoof.
Oh.
No, you got to do it based on the bone to bone. You did model to bone. Nope, that's a group. There you go. Okay, and now wait. Now, is there any motion on her arm as it is? Because right now you locked it, but it's going to simulate whatever motion to keep them separate. But if you don't have any animation, you're fine.
I don't think that.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so select the bone you want to have move. That's 4 bones. That's a back leg. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
So now, do you know what you need to do to make her move it? Okay.
I locked the muffin to her foot. That was a mistake. How unlock?
Just read. No, you don't have to unlock. It's.
I did. Over here. Down. Go
Remember,
now.
muffin to foot, not foot to muffin. Okay, there we go. Now try it again.
Her foot stuck to the muffin.
She can't
You
get it
lied
up.
to me.
No, escape. Hold. No, no, it's because it is locked to the muff. Oh, no, you know what? Okay, do that the other way around. Because I
was right.
No, you didn't know what you were doing.
When are you gonna learn how to use this program?
You grabbed 4 bones. You're gonna lock all 4. No, I was thinking about it some other way, but yeah, okay. Now grab it.
How's you got?
Kind of. It's not in her hoof.
Gotta fix that. Go back and open. How did you?
I can't multitask to save my life. Oh, I think that it's more about than just don't multitask. Then work to the strengths that you do have and find ways to make single task prowess, which is what ADHD is best at, work for you. So don't work for it.
I can only focus on.
A lot of what I've learned is schedule what you want to do. So if you have a lot of things to do, pick a specific time saying from 12 to 2, I work on this. Only that, because now you have lots of things to do, but in this time frame, all you have is the one. So your brain isn't focused on the confusing amount of things to do and then never doing anything. Okay. All right. So you happy now?
Yes.
Okay. So hit escape. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to grab the bone in the way that you want to rotate. Because once you grab something and you see how now it's orange down here?
Can I make her drop the muffin, or is this going to be too difficult?
You could, but you're going to have to do it in a separate move.
Okay.
So what you're doing right now is by grabbing it, it's now become orange. So it's live. If you hit play while it's doing that, it will keep track of your motion as you go. So what you essentially do is you grab the bone, then hit space bar, do the move you need.
That?
If you want to make it super tight, but sure. But yeah, that did right it.
Okay. And now I want her to drop muffin.
Okay. But right. Oh yeah. Okay.
You're gonna drop.
Just saying the Filmmaker isn't available for Mac. I thought they were working on it, but yeah, I don't think it is, or I don't think it ever will be. I mean, you can check. Maybe I'm just Speak of nothing. Just living descendants of the primordial Frankensteinian panko crumbs. Ooh, panko crumbs are good.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's watch that again.
Wait, why is the animation starting before?
Because you basically like hit play and immediately were moving, so I think it cut up a little bit at the beginning.
That's fine. Muffins. Hey, and then she gonna get another muffin. Gotta go back. This animation is so easy. I'm gonna.
It is.
In there.
Your Gmod add-on. If you made it in an add-on that had in-game tools to create the character, then it probably isn't an exportable model. That's probably just looking at a base model and then saying what needs to be modified for it, but it's not an exportable. It's I don't think that would work. I've seen some games that do that, or some Gmod stuff that has like customizable features in game to build stuff, but there's not exportable unless it has a feature too. But that'd be really weird.
Okay.
Listen to Argo's stammer explaining and watch Michael is funny. I'm not stammering. I'm drinking. You haven't even started yours.
And then she got.
You wanted another booze, and there you are. It's right there. Grab your booze.
No, I'm very focused on this. You open her mouth.
This is how I get dehydrated, actually. Because sometimes if I get really focused on something, I'll work on it for like 5-6 hours and then realize I haven't consumed any water since then, and I'm very thirsty. And I'm thinking, I know it only take 20 seconds to get up and get water, but that's a distraction.
Yes, exactly. That's why you should never drink water again.
I know I
drink
shouldn't.
Only booze.
Why is the bottom of the muffin? Wait, zoom in again on the muffin.
What?
Like zoom in so it clips it. Oh. Okay. That's not as weird as I thought.
So
Is this how Derpy makes muffins? Yeah, she doesn't use skill or effort to make her muffins. No, she steals them from the neighbor's bushes.
What steals? No, these are her patented Derpy muffin bushes.
Patented? How did she make them? Did she just plant a muffin? Don't tell me she planted a muffin.
She planted several muffins. It has so
they're not. So they're GMO.
I don't know what that means.
GMO, genetically modified organism.
No, these are natural.
They're natural muffins. If I saw muffins growing from a bush, the first thing I would think is not, wow, unnatural muffin bush.
It's a naturally occurring muffin
Where's
bush.
the money tree?
Fine.
I wish PPM2 had an export option. That would be super complex to set up. To be able to do something like that within the engine, that would be so much effort that I don't see anybody setting it up. Michael's headcanon on where Derpy's muffins come from. Yeah, because she's lazy.
No, she's smart.
She's pirating muffins.
She's smart.
She's pirate. You made her a pirate. She's stealing those muffins, Michael. Why is she a pirate if she's not stealing them?
She's a pirate because
she broke her leg to eat a muffin. That's dedication. I'll give her that.
Sure, she can get that.
Bits don't grow on trees, you know. Well, that's why you use bills. Bills are made of fabric, which is from plant. Yeah. There's definitely a magic going on. I think I'm gonna say you have like 3 minutes left.
That's fine. all the time I need.
Drink your drink.
I will in 3 minutes.
Getting warm.
It's in the thingy. Do that. Body, face, and then she go. And then we loop it. Zoom in.
Muffin is clipping. See, it's because it's illicit muffins. I can see the muffin.
Oh.
Oh no, she summoned a muffin. Derpy has superpowers.
How do I make it go faster? Period.
How do you remember that?
I want to loop it.
Loop it. The two to the right. Click that once. There you go. Hit period again. One for me, one for me, one for me, one for me.
Yes. That's not what I do. Pause. Scroll.
Is Michael saved in case of crash? What is he gonna lose?
The best video ever made.
Every video you've made, you've called that.
How? Yes, because each one is better than the last.
So what was the last one?
The best video ever made before this one.
And what was the one before that?
The best video ever made before this one.
But you said that for the previous one.
Yeah.
So
everyone's the best. It's going to be a compilation. How do I move this over?
It's a compilation of the best. What do you want to do? Oh, select everything? You just want to move it?
I think that's got it. Hold on.
There's no animation further to the left from that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just kind of...
Oh, do you want to have it loop so it doesn't flash?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. For that, hit, click in there, hit tab, and hit tab again. Actually, it doesn't matter on that. Drag the bottom ruler to the left. There.
Yay! I went back up a little.
So I was waiting for SFM to crash. No, he's got another like 200, 300 megabytes. I don't know how he's even ran out of that. He's done nothing. Well, he didn't restart the software, so that makes sense.
We did it.
Save as the best video ever. No, I saved it as Michael, which is the opposite.
We will save.
I love how I named it Michael, and your first instinct was to make a file named Michael, and then you're confused what was going on.
Yes. She's eating the muffins from the muffin bush.
It's like a video game, though, where they toss something in a basket, and it just clips into all the other items in the basket, so it's infinite loop. Yeah, you were out of time, though.
How do I make the muffin disappear right here?
No, you're done. Which muffin? One in her head?
Make it disappear there.
You pick.
Yeah, it disappeared completely.
How I normally do it is the spot of which it would normally be gone, and you can no longer see it.
Yeah.
Click on that spot on the timeline.
Okay.
Hold Shift, click, and then drag all the way to the right, so that it has a little little mountainy things. Okay. Now just drag it below the world. So yeah, there. Now you're good. Okay. That's normally how I would do it. You can't really get rid of the model itself. But once it's out of view, you can just do that and then it's gone.
Yay.
Fell asleep for 20 minutes accidentally. What's going on? Welcome back, Edward.
I made the best video ever. Look, she's getting all the muffins from the muffin bush. Saving muffins, but it does disappear. It is a problem for Derpy, but
it's okay because apparently she's infinite muffins.
Yes.
It's all going to our waistline though.
No, these are diet muffins. They're good. Like,
Get out of the chair.
she grows them natural. They're naturally
Give me my
occurring
coaster
muffins. I think the
Why'd you take it out of the cup? I need the coaster back. Now you have both coasters.
like, look at that. She's such a good horse. She eats those muffins out of the muffin bush. Oh,
See, what,
I could watch that video all day.
see what the problem was.
No, there's no problems.
So she's just chomping on these muffins.
Yes,
But
delicious muffins.
it was definitely going to her hips a little bit.
Oh,
Like look at those hips. Oh, they're getting chunk.
It all goes to her hips, like nowhere else, only her hips.
Also, it apparently is very good at invigorating the tail cells to grow more hair.
Yes. Muffins are good for the mane. This is uncute. This is what he does. He uncutes things.
This is uncute. No, I like you saying, like, you make this look easy.
I did.
And it's like,
I made the best animation ever.
well, for one, we could fix this a little bit so that
Oh, what? Perfect.
there. Now you can actually see everything.
She's also a pirate. Don't forget. You can't see the other side, but she is a pirate. Arg.
I think this side's better.
Can't see the muffins. Muffin side of the bush.
You know what? I like this better at normal speed. Of like
slowly eating.
Derpy looks like she's got some issues, and she's just like I'm gonna grab. There's a muffin, and now it's open, and now there's the muffin. Shove it in my eyeball, and nom nom nom. Chew for good measure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna restart
Did
before it
eat the
crashes
muffin.
me. Did eat? She ate something.
Got the muffin.
Oh, and a muffin for her.
Mm. She collect muffins, she eat muffins.
She collects muffins. What does she do with them?
She eats more muffins later. And gives them to her friends.
Why would she give them to her friends, but she could have a muffin for herself?
She has a whole muffin orchard. She has plenty of muffins to share.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What if Derpy wants all the muffins?
Well, she has them.
None for her friends. She doesn't have friends.
Wow.
Have you ever seen her with somebody that would be considered a friend?
Yeah. Her daughter.
That doesn't count.
Dr. Hooves.
That doesn't count either.
I do think that, like, canonically, that's supposed to be her brother.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Yeah.
That means
Like,
she's a time pony.
she's the best time pony. Only the best times. Rainbow looks distraught.
What do you do with the drunken sailor? What do you do with the drunken sailor early in the morning?
I had to learn that song in school, like middle school.
Why? Why did you? Okay, learning the middle school is one thing.
Yeah.
Why did you have to learn it?
Choir.
But did
I
you
was
have to?
Yeah, middle school choir. We had to learn it. Like, that was the song we had to learn.
Did you also have to learn like
Like
Hail
if I went-
Mary and?
I just remember singing that one. Like, a lot.
What do they sing in school now? Is it like Pink?
I don't know, but I like the idea of just singing about drunks. Like we used to.
Okay,
back in
okay,
my
okay.
day.
I'll give you that. Singing about drunks does sound a little bit more fun.
Hey, you're all singing your Backstreet Boys and your Britney Spears. Those are the cool hip bands still, right?
Actually, Britney's been in the news a lot lately.
Yeah, she has.
Good for her. She's finally actually getting some stuff done.
Like, Yeah. I mean, her father's definitely not been kind to her. But
Her father's signing off on the release of the conservatorship.
I do kind of feel she probably needs somebody looking after her well-being, just not her dad.
Well, no, for one, I don't think anybody needs to. There's been nothing done to prove that she still needs it at this point.
Yeah.
So it's just been, at that point, it's like, well, why are you not reevaluating? I would hate it if I had literally no choice in my life.
Oh, yeah, it would be awful. I think the concern with her, though, is she made a series of not...
A decade ago.
Yeah.
But she shouldn't be like...
It should definitely be for reevaluation. It definitely shouldn't be her fault.
Yeah, but she's went way past that at that point. So she's just been ignored. So that's why it's an issue. The release of it means that if there's still issues, they can work about that. But she needs to be given a chance.
Right.
But I see always pictures of Britney, and I'm like, is that what I look like?
We should take a moment and realize we're talking about Britney Spears.
I know, but like, no, I've been looking at pictures, and you see that she's like, what, in her early 40s now?
Sure.
But she was like in her late teens when I was younger.
Yeah.
And so like seeing what she looks like now, it's like, wow, we've gotten older. No, I mean, she's still good looking, but it's very much, you can tell like there's that age gap now.
I mean, my favorite moment when we first moved into this house, he said, there's women living next door, but they're like 40. I'm like, and you're like 35, and then they're just
no, she was like 60s.
Well, you were talking about some women who were in their like 40. I don't know.
No, this was definitely not 40s.
Well,
I can't do that.
Getting old is the.
Well, that's fine. I don't mind getting. I like getting old.
I'd be fine with it if everything stopped hurting.
Yeah, that part sucks.
That's what the booze is for.
I don't think everything is hurting for me, but I am definitely on my way into that. Certain things are wearing out in ways that, I mean, a lot of it is if I just worked out more in those areas, I probably wouldn't have an issue. But my hands and my wrists are starting to get sore more quicker, but that's, even though I'm young, it's just because I've worked them to hell. So it makes sense. But I used to be able to survive like 100% 5 hours of sleep. Now, not really.
I mean,
now I'm at like 70%, and if I do that a couple days in a row, it's even less.
I told you this story when I was in college where I stayed up like 2.5 days straight.
You told me so many stories that I don't even know which ones you're talking about anymore.
No, they're like the longest I've ever stayed up nonstop was 2.5 days, and it was because at my college we had a LAN party where we brought all of our computers and it ran all weekend. And I did not. I just ate. I sat on that computer and played video games.
Walnut.
Yeah.
Squirrels over the trees keep dropping walnuts like either on my deck or on my metal table. I had it the other day where I heard ding! It sounded like somebody banged a gong throughout the entire everything. And I'm like, the hell? No, it was just a walnut hitting my freaking deck or the table. Anyway.
Crazy. Yeah, that story was pretty much just this. I was awake a long time playing video games and nothing else.
That's what I used to do at my neighbors. He had a Super Nintendo. I didn't. Mm-hmm. And so my family originally got a Nintendo, but they couldn't afford anything really after that. So I would go to his place for a Super Nintendo, but it was his system and his games. So he always played it, but he always passed out super early and while playing the game. So he would play it until he passed out. Then I would just grab the controller and I would stay up all night playing until like whatever in the morning. And then he would wake up and then I'd be like, are you playing all night? And I'm like, no, I just got up early. And I'd go home and I would sleep at like 11 o'clock in the afternoon in the weekend, just because that was my only time to enjoy the video games.
Like staying up a whole night, I still do that sometimes, not as often as I used to.
I can't do that anymore.
But the idea of me staying up for 2.5 days straight now, I'm pretty sure I'd fall over dead.
Yeah.
Like there's no way I could do that now.
That's the thing is, could I do it? Yeah. But
I would get sick.
What would I benefit from it?
Yeah.
Staying up to gain an extra 4 to 5 hours at night when I could have went to bed, and the time that I'm now going to pass out during the day, I could have worked that 4 to 5 hours. There's no benefit to it.
Yeah.
So no, I'll go to bed early. Well, kind of. I wish I could go to bed earlier. I tend to go to bed between like 12 and 12:30 when I should go to bed between like 10:30 and 11. If I want to actually be like at what I would consider to be full productivity the next day. But I work with what I get.
I bossed it pretty good in my early. We're talking. I was like 21, like peak.
I just want to catch up with chat here. You mentioned earlier that it would be nigh impossible to export a pony.mod and Gmod, but if you have the ppm2 save file, you can potentially do it externally. Not really. It depends, because a lot of what, like in here, like when I was doing that, snow pony thing, is I was taking a white base texture and then I was adding a color override to it to give it a color. So what that software is probably doing is it's taking some preset different hairs and it is loading that into and locking to the bone structure of that one model, and then applying a color override to match the color of whatever you set it as. So I don't think that the base model and the hair are even the same model, and the texture isn't exportable because all it is an override. You could export a white texture with an override on it, sure, but they're not the models themselves. It doesn't create a single model from what you do. It's taking multiple different models that have the same bone structure and merging them into a single thing that works in that instance. The next time you load up that file, it's just checking what model do I need, what hair do I need, and it merges it all back together again. So I don't think that there's an exportable thing that you'll be able to do that wouldn't just be a ton of work without finding each of those individual pieces and then reconstructing yourself. No, from the computer side of things, that's the easiest way to go about things. And that's probably the way they would do it. That's the way I would kind of do it.
Nah,
as a heavy acorn, they're pretty chunky, but when you have a big open table that has nothing else on it, it's going to make some noise when it falls from like 3 stories up.
Is it acorns or walnuts that are falling back there?
I don't know what those trees are. No, they're not walnuts. My parents have walnuts. Those things are like 2 inches long.
They're huge.
Those are huge. No, I think these are acorns.
Okay, just big ones.
No, my parents are full-on walnuts. They're about that big. And those things, I've gotten hit by them falling off the tree. It's not as far. These trees are taller.
Yeah.
Before you would get to that bit, those other ones, when they fall, they're,
yeah, my parents had an old walnut tree out by their house. And that thing looked like it was half dead, but it still made a crap ton of walnuts that would fall out of it every year.
Yeah, just because you're old doesn't mean you can't put out.
So that tree proves that, yeah. Those things, I try to eat.
The mains are separate. They're bone merged. Yeah, that makes sense. That's why I'm saying if you can find a model that has the same main, just recolor it. I do that all the time. I mentioned before, but like, let me give a good example of a video that I do that in. Actually, this would be bone merging, but at least using it in a live situation.
I mean, you did it a lot in the video that has not been released.
In Australia here.
That harsh.
So this is just Velvet Remedy recolored. That's whatever. But like this one is just a pony given Super Saiyan hair 3 times over. That's why you can see a spot here, and a spot there. It's the same main. You can even see where it kind of curves the same. This is just Super Saiyan hair that I merged to his head to make it work. That's why it comes down 3 times.
What's his name again?
Sam.
Sam. Yeah, that sounds right.
I was gonna say Sam Wise, but I'm gonna guess that's not right.
Just Sam.
So he's But that's just
The best horse.
Berry Punch, I think, recolored.
That back there's, I think, is Little Pip.
This one actually had a weird issue with the eye back here where he technically blinked, but it didn't overlap, but I whatever.
Whatever.
This is the one I was going to talk about. So this is Celestia, but it is with the mane up here is 3 Rainbow Dash Equestria Girls hair on the back. So it's 1, 2, and then 3 scaled down, and then with another, I think it's 2 on the back that are just slightly out of sync. So all that is literally just multiple different models, all rescaled and positioned around and played around with to just make it work, because building something custom could work, but the amount of effort it would need to make something work for one scene just isn't worth it. So instead I just ghettoed it and just made something work.
Cool. He who would be Zapnator. You always have to say he who would be Zapnator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, spoilers. Jesus Christ. I forgot to remove the star on that too. I just kind of...
I think that worked.
He's communist.
Well, it's whatever. I thought it looked cool.
This one, there was no bone merging on that one. It was just literally a gray horse with the mask and the trench coat. The models just happen to exist.
They don't look like spiders.
She was nothing weird. This was just This one is actually interesting.
I love this because
now that you know the scene, but
yes, that's why I love it so much.
So interesting thing with this scene, if you look at his hair, this is where I had to do some of the bone merging. This is where the bone merging version of it, I guess not bone merging, but the model merging stuff worked. His hair's going backwards. And that's because he's falling downwards face first. So I wanted to make sure the hair was slicking backwards. So as he's falling this way, the mane does this, but somewhere around about this point, I actually swapped the mane so that instead it is going forward, because now he's looking from the other direction. So I had to actually completely swap his hair out to make it look like it's not. I didn't want it still going backwards. That would make no sense. So I legitimately make 2 versions of the model, and well, it's the same. Actually, it's not the same model because it's locked on 2 different instances, but I basically show a whole different model because I needed to show the hair going the other direction. I would not have been able to do that with a normal model without like 2 unique sets of models.
I can't believe I've been reading this series for almost a year now.
I was reading it for multiple years because I was reading it as it was being released.
Yeah.
There's another one here for Steeljaw. Is that his name?
Steel Teeth.
Steel Teeth. So this one, I just grabbed a different horse model and I shrunk his jaw to minimum and then increased the different horses ones to maximum with everything else being minimized so that it was, I could basically have a different jaw. And then I just changed all the texture properties to make it look silver by basically making it a grayish color and then adding a high reflectivity, which then made it look metal.
I almost feel like there needs to be an RTS video game where it has all the different civilizations throughout this book, like fighting one another. That would be so cool.
I don't know if there's enough information about units. Casually downloading SFM. I'm going to warn you ahead of time, though, is I make it look easy. So, like Michael said, don't think that you can jump in here and just like be like, oh, I can make whatever I want. It is not. I make it look easy because I've been doing this for a very long time. So,
10 weeks.
10 weeks.
Yes.
No, I've been doing this for a very long time. And so it's going to take time because I don't have to think about anything for button pushes. If Michael tells me what buttons to push, sometimes I have no idea what to push because it's all muscle memory. Everything is muscle memory.
Which I make fun of him for.
And that's the whole point of mastering a skill. A lot of what it is moving things from having to think about what you're doing into the muscle memory type thing where I'm just clicking buttons and I'm just doing something and I'm not thinking about it. So it's going to take time because you're going to have to spend all your time thinking about every button push and learning principles and doing things wrong a lot so that you can learn how to do things right. But that takes a lot of time. So yeah. It's great because it does allow you a medium to be creative, but it is going to take a little while. Or not a little while. It's going to take a long while if you want to really become good at it and proficient.
Yeah. I think any time I've ever wanted to do anything with computers, it's pretty much just been watching a lot of YouTube videos.
You do keyframe animation and Gmodis and stuff. Then you actually have a big step forward compared to most. So because I
before I got into SFM, I did Gmod, but not as animation. I just did it for like playing around. But the one thing I mainly did was I ported models. So I brought in a lot of different models into the engine. So before I even started at SFM, I knew how VMTs worked, how VTFs worked, how to port models. That was a lot of information that really helped me, so that when I needed to start playing around with material overrides, it wasn't learning VMDs from scratch. No, I actually knew how they worked already. So it helped me a lot. So that information will significantly help you. And then it's just about connecting the dots to how to do the similar in here, but actually getting it to animate and make it look nice. That's where it starts getting difficult, because a lot of it is trial and error on like learning, like, okay, I tried this and it didn't really look right, so let me try this instead. And you do it wrong 100 times, and then the next time you run into the same situation, maybe you only do it wrong 20 times instead of 100. And the next time after that, 5. And eventually you get to the point of when you see the same situation, you're like, yeah, I know what I need to do. And you don't have to go through the hours and hours of trying to figure out the solution because you've already dealt with it. So that's where that experience comes in. So you're not having to troubleshoot as often. Wait, does the other pony next to RD have 2 irises? Oh, okay. So that I know exactly what you're talking about. No, and it doesn't really matter because you can't see it at this angle anyway. So
It looks fine.
when you look, so what this is that the eyes aren't a circle; they are a like flat surface. And the ways that the eyes textures technically work is that they have irises on 2 sides, or pupils. So if you go to the back side of this eye, you're actually going to see a second pupil. And it kind of is stretched, but that's fine because it kind of, whatever. You can't see it anyway.
It didn't
but
provide as much space for the UV map.
yeah, so that does mean though that if you look to the extreme side on some of the older models, you will sometimes see a little bit of bleeding of the iris or the pupil. Not so much anymore. A lot now they're doing pretty good where you're not going to see that, but this is an older model, so it's going to happen. But I don't care because this is what the camera sees. I don't care. His eyes could be looping in circles and doing whatever the hell they want. It does not matter. All that matters is what the camera sees. And so anytime I'm doing a check before I start rendering stuff, it's about, I go from here. I will go to the main camera. I will right click to change it to a work camera, and I will zoom in from this perspective because this is the only perspective that matters. So even if his eyes are all goofy right now, it legitimately means nothing. We actually have a bit in, oh, not that one.
I'm actually curious how those eyes work because I can think about how I would do it, but I don't think that's how it's done.
In this shot in chemistry, in the render, Celestia has a cigarette in her mouth. I rendered it that way, but you can't tell because it's not visible. It means nothing. So all that matters is what the camera sees. Anything that you render is only seen from a single perspective, a single camera spot. That's the only one that matters. So who cares about anything else? I only had his eyes move up there because at this point you could see a little bit of the side of the eye. And so I needed to make sure it was looking that direction. Because of that, to get him into that position, it causes his eyes to be kind of goofy for a little while. So not sure where that extra A came from. Where?
Back when I was like first starting in your chat and Jay's chat, I was super self-conscious about spelling. Like I was afraid that if I misspelled a word, you would like, boy, oh boy, that guy's a dummy.
Oh, I love pointing it out, but the thing is, I spell things wrong all the time because I'm not a big mobile user for streaming and stuff, but a lot of people are. And that's the thing, is if you're a mobile user, autocorrect is going to kick your ass a lot. Interesting thing too, on this scene, when she's walking down the stairs, her head's actually on backwards. And I think it's like also like 4 inches tall or 4 feet tall, I think. I can't remember, but I know we broke her neck because during the render, I basically snapped her neck backwards and I said, doesn't matter because it's not in the shot. And it's still that way to this day. In the save file, her neck's on backwards because again, it does not matter if it's not visible.
And actually, ponies.
Her legs, she is floating across the ground all the way until the first hoof becomes visible. Then she walks on the stairs, and as soon as the legs become off camera, they go stationary again and just float across the ground, because all that matters is what's on camera. Nothing else matters. Don't animate a shot and then determine camera, then animate a shot, because you're going to put so much effort into things, and you're going to waste so much time on things that just legitimately don't matter because nobody can see it. So always figure out your camera or what you're going to be doing before you detail animate, before you start. I mean, you can kind of keyframe if you really want to putz around, because sometimes you don't really know how your camera's going to work until you start pucking around with keyframes. But do not start animating. Do not start cleaning it up and like going into like spending hours cleaning something up, because you're just going to be spending so much time redoing stuff. God, I can go to so many behind the scenes stuff. There's always things that are in the background. I try, and that's actually why, like here, when I went through this shot, I just started deleting Pinkie Pies that weren't visible, because all they're doing is consuming processing power, and I can't see them. Why does it matter? It doesn't. So remove them. I could probably remove like this Pinkie Pie right here too if I really wanted, because it's enough to go past this thing and people aren't going to pay attention. Well, one Pinkie Pie doesn't matter, but 30? Yeah, that's going to start mattering a bit. Did we clean up that last shot? Oh yeah, there's only 2. Actually, it's not. There's nobody but just Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash.
What's the ship name?
Like, you remember all of these details is astonishing. I remembered those 2 because they were made for that specific point, so I've remembered it for those points. I could point out most mistakes I've made throughout most things. Remembrance, I remember a couple. If I were to open up any video and I would play it through, I could point out the mistakes that I made. At least that I would recognize.
I didn't remember the goofy stuff you didn't remembrance, because that was the first video I ever watched you animate. And the one thing I do remember watching you, I think it was the first time I watched you, because any indication of when I started watching you, is you were making book armor for Twilight.
Yeah, that's different. That's the gooey stuff that I put in the WTF folder.
Like the face.
So if you were to look at these scenes, you would probably so if I started hitting play and I would ask you what's wrong with these scenes, you'd probably say nothing. Between this shot and this shot, there's something very drastically wrong.
I see a cute horse.
Lighting is horribly different. All this bright lighting is on her left side of her face, and then I switch to this and it's all dark.
It's fine.
I know, nobody notices it.
Yeah, and I see cute horse.
And I didn't really think about it, but it's because and I've been trying to watch in movies and television in similar aspects of like when TV does similar things. And I am noticing that they do that a ton of the time, where there's like this super harsh rim light and then they switch it and it's gone completely and it's just dark. And I'm like, why did I not notice that before? And so I've been a little bit more flexible in myself for some of that continuity break, because nobody notices that. And I mean, yeah, I do, and it bothers the crap out of me, but
the only thing I'm noticing in this shot is nobody's hugging that horse. And that is a crime.
Interesting other tidbit. Little Pip had to be little, but if you shrink her too little and her main's physics wouldn't work anymore. But about 10 to 15%, if you go start lower than that, then the main breaks. So I could decrease her by 10% and be fine. Well, then to offset that, I also went and increased the stallion's sizes by 10%. So they are 10% larger and she is 10% smaller, creating it's not 20%, but let's just say 20% difference.
Tiny.
So because I want a little Pip to be little, what that did is when I made her smaller, her mane wanted to be the normal size, so it technically was 10% larger than normal. So she's slightly fluffier, while the males are technically 10% less fluffy, because all of their jiggle bones would shrink 10% to make up for that difference.
She's like almost the size of a foal.
So I just went with it because I felt like the shorter hair just kind of worked with her character. It's not that much shorter. If I would have put them next to each other, you would notice, but one by one, you wouldn't. It's very minor, and also they don't have manes. And she wasn't with any other characters. Any other shot, it doesn't matter. I don't need her to be smaller. She can be just assumed smaller. But in this one, it did matter because of like this shot, and you can see the difference. And I needed him. She's not Lil Peb if she's like a chonker. So. Wow.
She's cute.
Was there any other errors to point out in this one? This one I was pretty particular on. So I think that the main one I noticed was that lighting error. Not, I wouldn't call it an error, but discontinuity.
There's that.
Has been fine.
Where's the scene I didn't see till years and years later?
Oh, that's not this one. This one.
Yes.
This one.
Holy crap! I actually forgot.
And they snap, and then she looks.
Monterey Jack.
Well, and then this is the one part that I would think you would find to be the best part of the video.
Well, I did.
Right here.
Wait.
Juice.
You got yours. I don't think I've seen this.
It's technically a McDonald's cup. See, what? All you had to do was stay around. You watched a 6-minute video, but you couldn't sit around for the 30 seconds of credit to see the cute.
I didn't know there was more cute.
Why didn't you stick around?
Juice. Because I was done watching it. I finished it.
No, you didn't.
Apparently not. And I hadn't seen the juice part. This is the first time I've seen juice.
See juice?
She got juice.
Juice, drink juice.
Why don't you?
No, you don't get juice.
You know what?
I'm gonna go. I can go and clip and change videos and post. I'm gonna go remove that part so you can never see it.
I'm like upset with you right now.
Why?
Because you had like back in the day, you had ponies drinking juice.
No, that was soda. It was a McDonald's cup.
And kissing. And now,
yeah, that was before I knew you. And then when I got to know you, I realized that that's weird.
No, are you saying that your friend is weird?
Yes, I knew we were going. Yes. We were Little Pip and Big Pip. Big Pip. Why is Big Pip not a thing? It is soda. She got a free refill because she was a good horse.
She drank that Nuka-Cola.
Pip was drinking soda. Yeah, it was soda. Yeah. No, I had like what? How many video? There's another one. Like this one had an end thing. Like when she was like Derpy comes out.
I did see that eventually. After you showed it to me. Like the credits came up. That tells me the video's over.
Nope.
And I move on.
Well, did you see? In this one, the cuddling. And look, wait.
Oh.
Where is it?
Still it near Twitch. On near Twitch, right? Yes.
It's a respondent ear twitch.
Oh, why? See, this is making me increasingly upset with you because you used to know how to do cute and you stopped.
No, because then I got to know you and I thought it was weird.
It's not weird. It's adorable.
See, he ruined this.
I did not.
Well, did you see Sambra's? Like, you were here for this one, but did you see Sambra?
Yes. He's very Gurg.
He's very Gurg, but did you see the end of it? I'm just gonna kick him off.
It's like you need to do one more cute video to prove that you're still capable.
Who am I proving it to?
To all of your fans.
No, you're doing it to you. Because you just want cute.
Who doesn't want cute?
No, you do.
Everyone wants cute.
I like stupid.
Chat, announce.
No, don't do this. Don't be bringing your army with you.
Chat, demand the cuteness.
It was a little later that I started adding in the posting because I knew that people didn't actually pay attention in post. Oh no, this one, the joke was the explosion, so I ended it there. Oh, Destiny had one.
What's got those?
Remember this one?
You did show me this one eventually, so I didn't see
By
it.
royal decree of Her Royal Highness Princess Derby Hooves of the Muffin, every stallion, mare, and foal shall be gifted 1 muffin per day for eternity. This gift shall be brought by Pegasus, and then it goes into some bullshit. People are very confused by what lorem ipsum is. Look up lorem ipsum. It's an actual thing.
She's a nice lady.
It's filler text. That's all it is.
And a nice lady.
But actually the best part of this, go away, Kel-chan. Don't play Truck Simulator. What are you doing, Kel-chan?
We can have funny and cute. We can have like goofiness plus juice and ear twitchies.
Balluna can look every pony's dreams. Don't judge me.
Don't judge me.
Actually, I've been playing idle games a lot lately.
He's watching and playing truck games.
No, I love idle games like clicker games and stuff because it allows me to be productive and play a game at the same time. Though I am playing Control right now too, and I'm enjoying that. But it's not a game.
Thing.
It's just there's so much to process with what's going on that I kind of enjoy playing it for like an hour or two and then just stopping for the night and then kind of just doing other stuff. But no, I love idle games because I can keep them running on the side and run whatever on the other.
Spike Shoe.
Thank you, Spike Shoe. I've had these bits because I haven't been home and haven't been able to catch a stream. Enjoy. Well, you're here now, unless you're not actually catching it. You're just here late.
I enjoyed the derps immensely.
Yeah, you know what? Hold on. Let's make. You know what? Wait, did I make that bigger before? I did. Let's make it like.
I just always make the derps like.
No, because it makes everything big.
Yeah.
So we're gonna make that really
we don't want
big.
The Rathalos is big. We want it small.
Oh, see, big derp.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
It's a big U too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Michael.
Derp's good. Go right away into the sunset.
It's a big Michael. He's a big. You know what Michael is?
Right into sunset shimmer.
Michael,
Crashed.
it's big soup.
No.
I should have used that face.
No, please no. It's so bad.
Oh, all right. Now I'm trying to remember what I was actually going to do. So when she actually goes to be alert, I wanted to for the rest of this. That's what I was doing before. I wanted to have her tail go up. What's behind your webcam? Is it the derpies that you're hiding from Michael? No, it's a staircase. Actually, Derpy was
Where did Derpy go?
Why did you not know?
What have you done?
But why did you not know until now?
Do I need to go on an adventure to find the derpy that you've hidden from me?
No, we had the inspectors here, and I didn't want to have a derpy just hanging on that thing. So she's in the closet.
Rainbow Dash isn't in the closet.
Because the derpy was on the staircase. No, she's in the closet.
What?
She's fine. She has plenty of air, probably.
So you're ashamed of Derpy, but not of Rainbow Dash.
Well, the giant derpy is different.
Double standards.
A little bit, but you know what?
What?
You pay the rent, so shut up.
Okay. Double standards.
I do what I want with my horses. It's my derpy too. You shut up.
Derpy.
Michael wants derp. He gets derp. It's.
I agree.
No, it's very bad. It's like Michael does bad things. Give him what he wants.
Yeah. I'm glad you said it out loud.
Which of those is true?
Put that in loop audio. Michael only gets derpies. All the derpies. I'm like derpy. I'm kind of like the China of derpies, where you know how China technically owns all the pandas, even though they're not like in China. I own all the derpies. It's just the agreement that was made with the derp consortium.
Okay, who are all the members of this derp consortium?
Oh, everyone by force.
Everyone?
Yeah.
Well, how did everybody know that they're members?
Well, it doesn't matter if they know or not. They are. So if you have derpies, they're mine now.
No.
Yes. Everyone. Like all the derpies, they belong to me. All of your derpies belong to us. As in me. Like there's a meme we can bring back. Oh, we're bringing back the all your bases meme.
I'm gonna go, go on. All right, see you later, Hot Rod. Sorry, I'm catching up here. I mean, SFMUI. What is that in regards to? What was? Oh, no. In the well, it depends. I'm actually running two different computers for streaming and SFM. So in SFM, it's literally just whatever. My video feed to my PC is duplicated to a different computer that does the streaming. So. We're going to turn that one in a little bit. I have this kind of churned. I need tail 2. Actually, I need tail 1 a little bit before then, too. Then it needs to kind of like waver a bit. And then from this distance, yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't need to really go into much more detail than that.
Her ears are so bouncy.
Hmm?
Her ears are very bouncy.
For now.
Very cute.
They're just not locked down yet. What's behind the webcam in the SFM interface? Oh, okay, yeah, if you're talking that.
Oh, you'd have to.
It's just the element viewer, so it's just it's literally just nothing. I usually tend to try to keep the
Does that even provide you with anything you need? Like
every now and then, but
Yeah.
that's because it's an every now and then thing that I put the webcam on top of it. So I try to usually position this in such a way so that it kind of just hides the part that doesn't matter. But sometimes I need the camera to be a little wider from my perspective, and that's just a little bit cut off. So I'm just like, whatever. And when it's recorded for nightly to do editing, it is actually recorded with camera and my computer being two separate video files. So it works fine because he can move it. He can move the camera wherever he wants. He just recreates the stream setup. Ever wonder what those rainbows are made of? Thank you for the sub, gaming artisan, for 6 months too. Thank you very much. You don't need to know what they're made of.
They're made of boobs.
Unless you're talking about rainbows. Well, if rainbows are made of children and there's a rainbow horse.
I think she was a child once. The theory.
I mean,
yeah,
that's like going into like a college and saying, I have a theory, 1 + 1 is 2. And then they're like, yeah, everybody knows that. And you're like, yes, Nobel Prize, please.
Please. I demand it. I will get myself a Nobel Prize of all of my my genius knowledge on people at one point in their lives being small children.
My theory is that at one point in everybody's life, we were a child.
Yes.
And when they throw you out for, it'd be like, you just don't believe.
Yes. Like, I was born 38.
That would make sense for you.
As I laugh raspily.
Okay, and so tail one, I want to have bounce back just a teeny bit. The larger the motion, the more back and forth I have to add. And in this case, there's going to be quite a bit. So now the idea is, does it look fine from here? Doesn't dip. And she kind of, no, I wouldn't really say she dips, but I think I'm gonna be fine. Because at this point, the explosion of rainbows just happen, and then she moves a half second later. More than likely, attention is going to be up here. When she moves, the act of moving is going to draw the attention there, but by then she's already moved. So, for a second and maybe not second, but third and fourth time viewers, it might be noticeable that there's less animating, but those aren't the views I care. I'm worried about focusing on is first and second. So in this case, I think I'm good. It's just because putting a dip there would take me like 10-15 minutes, and that's just more effort than I care about doing. If I kept doing that in everything, I would never get anything done. Hanson.
She's fancy. Hey, Derpy.
Have a nice rest of the stream and have some goodbye bits till next time. Well, thank you very much, and see you when I see you, whenever that is.
Soon, we hope.
Sooner said later.
Yes.
Made of magic and sunshine. Rainbow Dash is made of magic and sunshine. That's good to know.
He is made of blue. So
she doesn't really move afterwards. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna matter. I think.
It's so wibbly. His ears are so wibbly.
I think that she does need a little bit of beauty here.
You kind of notice Thunderland's ears don't move at all. They're just like rocks.
It's because hers are built in for jiggle bones, but that was only a part of the enhanced models. The original VN models didn't have it as jiggle bones, so you had to do it all manually. So his aren't wobbling because they're both in the same state. It's just these have something to automate it, but normally I don't like the way they wobble anyway, so I'll remove it anyway.
All right.
Like how her ears are moving right now, Rainbow Dashes, this is how it should be. Because I'm holding shift and the jiggle bones don't enable. But if I hit space, then they'll wobble.
You should wobble a little bit.
No, I'll usually reduce it by like 90% to maintain a little bit of wobble, but then I'll add the legitimate motion to whatever I do. Because our ears don't wobble like that, so why should theirs?
Because they got big ones.
When they're alert, when they're paying attention to something, a dog's ears or anybody's ears like that, they focus their attention towards the source of whatever that is. That's why it's cupped like that, so that they can focus their attention and what sound they're pulling in from the source. So in this case, if they're scared or are startled, their ears are not just going to turn to look at something, they're going to be very stiff to look at what that is. If they're wobbling all over the place, that doesn't really mean that there's any emotion going on, and they shouldn't be in that emotional state.
But you forget something. Ponies are made of marshmallows.
No, just Rarity.
Yeah, well, he's 100% marshmallow by volume.
No, like 95%, because you need like organs.
They're marshmallow organs.
Her like muscle to marshmallow ratio is like 95%. For marshmallow,
she will dissolve in water. It's a real problem. She fears for her life in the rain. Does that mean the Wicked Witch of the West was made of marshmallows?
Thank you for the follow, Woody Will. The Wicked Witch of the what?
Wicked Witch of the West, was she made of marshmallows? And then when they like doused her with water, she just dissolved.
You know, sure. If it makes you happy.
I think she was marshmallow. She was so sweet, and they killed her.
But then what happened to her shoes when they rolled up?
Oh, that's a different witch. That got a house dropped on her. That was the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah, that's what happens when you drop a house on a marshmallow.
They squishes them.
Rarity is 90% marshmallow, 10% fashion. Where are the bones? Does she have any bones?
You need bones with all that fashion.
The fashion to hold her up.
Yes. Got stilettos. Keep her upright. I don't know what stilettos are.
I think it's like a type of
It's a shoe, isn't it?
yeah, it's like a high heel.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's sort of like a high heel, but with like where you're basically putting a sword on the back of your foot. I thought that's
Sounds
one where it's like the super. Yeah, that's all women's clothing, Michael.
Yes.
It's super comfortable.
They don't have pockets.
Fashion for the sake of or fashion over convenience.
Yeah.
The marshmallow includes wooden sticks. Oh yeah, I guess if you're making a s'more, you can't put a s'more with a fire without a stick. So basically, Rarity is a s'more that broke off. Okay, that actually sounds more depressing.
Yeah.
Basically, it was somebody trying to start her on fire and she escaped.
Did anybody?
She's a burn victim.
That's sad.
This is your meta now.
I always did set the marshmallows on fire when I was a kid, like every time.
Well, yeah, but that's not good because you get a hard, cold center and a burnt outside.
Yeah, but I liked it.
No, you would leave it outside the fire to get it nice and melty, and then you would put it in the fire for a second to get the burn, like the scorched outside. Then you would pull it off.
No, I would intentionally set it on fire every
Or
time.
if you do it just right and you do it where you can burn the outside and then let it melt on the inside, takes a while. But if you get it to where it's like almost falling off the stick already,
Yeah.
and then you get it on there,
When I was a kid, it was pretty much just
too lazy.
stick it in the fire, set it on fire, let it burn for a minute, blow it out, eat it off the stick, burn my mouth horribly, and then smile because it was delicious.
Was it delicious?
For sure. I mean,
Well, then the sugar is good, not what you did to it.
well, it's like all melty hot sugar.
A s'more with the chocolate. Yeah, a good. To me, if I had an idea of what a perfect like time is, it's to sit down with an alcoholic drink in front of a bonfire when it's like 50 degrees out, with just a bunch of friends having a chit chat around a fire. No bugs. Don't bug me.
You get those candles.
But yeah, I'm just sitting around a fire with some snacks, s'mores, sure, but hot dogs, it doesn't matter. But really just some drinks, some snacks, and just chit-chatting up until like 2 a.m.
It does sound real nice.
That to me is the idea of a perfect evening.
It might be too old for 2 a.m, but we can go to at least midnight.
Well, and that's why I said 2, because I can maybe do 2 if we're having a good time. If you're going to say like 4 a.m, nope. Nope, I'm
Too
done.
old.
I'm too old for
like-
that. It used even then, if you're drinking a good amount up till 4 a.m, you're no longer coherent. I'm past the point of fun.
I feel like there's going to be a certain point in my life where I'm like doing that exact same thing, but I'm super old, and it's like, look at the time, it's 9:30. We should head to bed. It's way too late.
Well, that's only for old people. So give yourself like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, and then I'll be there. Like, no, but that does sound like a really, really good time.
No, that to me is the idea of an absolutely perfect time. That's one of the reasons that MLP, which was a convention in Minnesota, was great. For the first 2 years, they were at the Thunderbird, which is a different hotel. And that one had a courtyard in the middle that had 2 bonfires. And I don't think we really cooked anything around it, but we got most of it. You could go get drinks at a bar and then bring them back and hang out at a fire. And it would get jam-packed overnight in this courtyard. And we would always lock down a seat at like 4 or 5 in the afternoon before anybody else was out there. And we would basically just keep it from 4 to 5 in the evening until like 2 a.m. We'd be there for like 10 hours. But it would just be the best time of the convention. And when they had to move because they tore that place down, the biggest negative about moving convention was people saying losing the fire pits.
Yeah.
It was just, there was something fun about it. Everybody likes a fire. Everybody's a little bit of arsonist inside them.
Well, I mean, it's also nice and warm, and
Yeah, at that time of the year,
mesmerizing.
it was early spring in Minnesota, so it tended to be at night, still some like in the 50s. That's what I'm saying. If you have light coat weather, enough to where the fire is warm, but your back is cold. Because then you get this, all you have to do is move like 2 inches backwards, and you can cool off and then move 2 inches forward and warm back up. It's great.
Have you ever sat by a fire and then gotten so close to it you melt your shoes?
Actually,
I've done that.
I have a picture.
You melt your shoes.
When we were in the Boundary Waters for winter camping, it got cold one night, and my brother's boots got really wet, and so he was trying to warm them up.
Oh.
And so these are the inside lining of the boots. And so there's the boots, but they gotten all wet inside, so he put them that close to try to get them to dry. And but he ended up getting the boots so close at one point that the rubber melted.
Yeah.
But it was because we were just trying to stay warm. Once that sun set, it got cold. So this is me, like, I think this trip was like what, 2004, 2006. So this is me 15 years ago. So it would have been
looking at yourself.
This was 15 years ago. I would have been 21. So yeah, that was my brother.
I can't stand looking at.
Oh yeah, he was trying to pry the back of his ass.
Yes.
He's an interesting guy. Yeah.
The cute puppers too.
That dog is long gone.
Yeah, it was 15
I think it was put down in 2011, so it's been like 10 years since that dog's been gone. Came in and Sig makes a fire burn fun to watch. Everybody likes watching a fire. It doesn't matter who you are.
Well, it's comforting.
I was talking with one of my managers today on the phone, and he was saying, he goes, last night somebody started a fire nearby, and it annoyed the crap out of me. I'm like, well, fires are nice. He goes, but something about what they were frying made it smell like they started a fire in my living room. And he goes, it was so overwhelming that I couldn't breathe. I'm like, okay, that might be a little too much.
Yeah.
But I love when people start burning some stuff. It's
as long as it's clean wood. Some maybe they were burning, like they had some like treated fence posts, burning treated wood, and some people will do it sometimes. That's a big no-no. You will make yourself sick.
Just gonna grab the hair here, so I'm just gonna put her hair up a little bit because it's clipping her body. So I want to make sure that it's not going to clip. So like here, you can see it actually go into her body. I'm still working from what the camera sees. And when you're doing 4K, people can actually make out this kind of stuff. So this is the beginning of it. And this is basically the end of the motion. So I'm just going to save somewhere in here. Here are two. Now that I have Jiggle Bones accessed. Up a little bit more. Get through that pocket protector.
I know she's doing science.
And then when she comes around, she kind of is still clipping. So actually, what I can probably do is just grab it from here. And then when she comes back around, you need to put it up higher. Probably flatter around her like this. I think that should work. Okay, that clip is fine. I'm okay with that clip because it kind of just disappears. When she's coming back down, I think I can get away with that. Yeah, you're not going to notice that. That's a little better.
Yeah.
Can't take any more. It's too lagging. Going to cough in the eating. All right. Sorry, Spike. You're probably already gone, but sorry. Well, I got a bit of that done. There was actually more in this shot than I thought needed. Thunderlane, I just had to do his tail and a little bit of his wings, and I think he's fine. Rainbow's actually got a bit of work to do, mainly the tail. But I think we're basically at a good point for her. Other than the ears, I'm gonna have to like unwobble them a little bit.
Just a little.
And also add a little bit of the physics motion in. But other than that, that's fine. I don't have any podcast work to do this weekend, so I'm gonna try to do some work. Well, you know what?
I thought we were doing it Monday.
No, we don't. I don't have any podcast work to do this weekend.
Yeah,
like editing and stuff. I have had to do that. How much is left to do? So there's these two shots. A little bit of And then the first file, I need to do a little bit of retiming on one shot, and then the full rarity shot I need to do. Which
I mean, you're pretty close to getting this one done.
that one is fully kind of. This is fully dependent on
right.
15 AI becoming available. Until this is available, I need a couple little audio bits for rarity. And so until that becomes available, I just can't really do anything for that shot. I can do some work. I can do the keyframes, but that's about the most I'm going to do.
You could add in the boutique.
Yeah, I can do the boutique. So there's little minor things I can do, but other than that, not much more. But that's fine because I already have other I have 2 other videos I want to start, and then I have all the Rathalos ones to finish too. So I can get working on those in the meantime. That's fine. So getting there. That's why I'm not really in a rush for this, because I'm just going to hit a wall anyway. Anyway, that is going to be it for today. We will be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m., which is whatever is 2 hours and 15 minutes earlier from today is. For tomorrow, we're going to be doing a Jackbox stream. So it should be about 7 p.m. Central CDT time.
Can't wait to see it.
You'll be here, I think. You don't have to be, but and then Sunday stream we'll be doing a gaming stream. I'm not sure what that'll be yet, but we'll work that out.
Yes.
Otherwise, the next week should be, I think, Tuesday and Friday as normal.
This weekend sounds busy.
So that's why I was hesitant about trying to schedule sociables for Sunday, because I thought we'd be super busy.
But it's
Anybody for Invasion? Thanks for the reminder. Actually, let's check. Fiora's the only one, so we can go and jump on her. Why did I click that? That doesn't yet matter at all. We can jump over there. You can get your points, and you can just toss some people their way. So, right over there. If you want some channel points for doing some Michael takeovers in the future, stick around. Otherwise, Fiora's awesome. So, hang out around for her. If they do some D&D on Friday, it's a little lower key, but sometimes actually people really like that type of stuff. I'm thinking I might jump into Discord after this, and on our Discord, and play some Control for a little while. So give me like 15 minutes and I'll probably jump into there for that. So if you're interested in some interactive stuff, otherwise, if you're interested in that, just type !Discord in chat. You can get a link to the Discord. And have a kitty. Thank you for the cheers for Elliot, Spike, and Sir Edward. Thanks, Kel-chan, for, I guess, showing up. And I'm gonna, thank you, Woody, for the follow. I'm gonna probably take care of whatever Haas is, because that's getting a little frustrating. So,
what's up with that?
I'll look at that in a minute here. But thank you, Kel-chan. Thank you, Gaming Artisan, and then also thank you to I think it was Sir Edward. I can't remember. I think it was Sir Edward. I drank too much. I can't remember now. There's the 5 gifts subs. So thank you very. I can probably.
I have to go like free.
Elliot, sorry. I was like, I'm going back. And I'm like, wait a second, that doesn't sound right.
I have to go free derpy from the prison you put her in.
Right. Oh, it's going. Forgot that's on a timer.
Yes.